Lobby with none other than 33 Fatch. How are you doing today?
Doing good. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic. Glad to have you and get a chance to really pick your brain. So tell us, how did you first hear about Fortnite?
I was at school with my friends and I heard them talking about it, and at first I didn't want to play it, and then on the PS4 I was playing at the time and they were just spamming me with invites, so one day I just decided to install it and play with them, and I've been playing ever since.
So when did you first realize, like, hey, I'm actually good at this, I can make a career at it?
At 2018 Christmas, my parents bought me a PC, which I'm really lucky about, and I qualified for Worlds at that point. And then I knew I was good at the game, you know?
What actually was going through your mind when you qualified at that time?
You qualified for World.
I won with 5 kills, and I didn't know I actually did it, but I knew I had done something right, because like it was the first time I had a big performance, and I was pretty happy about it, and I was just...
That
like,
kid qualified for World, not Fortnite FNCS. He qualified for Fortnite World.
Is there anything
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
in-game or out of game?
In the game, like, every aspect...
We just hope people stay out of the way.
And just in life in general, get like a healthier schedule, eat better, and learn to do all that stuff.
How did you and your duo first meet, and then how did you guys figure out that you guys were the team together?
I was like just browsing into streams like back in 2020, just after Winter Royale.
Did you just open me?
I found Pams to stream,
Yeah.
and I knew it was like available,
No,
so we
no.
tried together and we stuck together ever since. French guys that are good at the game in the NA scene is pretty rare, so getting a new one like that was pretty good for us.
Tell me about the game plan to take you and your duo to the top.
I think the game plan for us to get to the top is just to stay our head in the game, keep our focus up, and work on our details, and I think that's gonna do it, and that's gonna get us to the top one day.
I know you got a lot of fans out there. Where can they find you?
You can find me on my Twitter, FatchFN, or my Twitch, FNFatch.
Thank you so much. This has been In the Lobby with 33 Fatch.
Thank you so much, Fatch, there, for giving us your insight as a pro player. And I love that insight that he had, saying that he just needs to keep his head in the game because mentality is a big part. And we're going to be seeing him compete today. We're also going to be seeing a lot of duos competing today, guys. And the first duo that I want to focus on right now is D-Roller and Knifer.
Yeah, I mean, D-Roller and Knifer yesterday, they were 8th on the consistency leaderboard, so definitely doing well in that regard.
So what's up, all you bro? Thank you for the first comment. Let's get some more.
Now this duo is really
Let's see some crowned wins in FNCS.
This is FNCS semi-final, day 2, NA East. So yeah,
That's crazy, right?
yeah, first match starts in 16 minutes.
that they want to have and make it their own position, so that way they can try to go for those early surge tags that we're seeing is a huge trend here in these lobbies.
Yeah, and the reason why the split is so good is because they are getting those grapple gloves, and I love the fact that you mentioned it. Yesterday they were getting contested, and it was by none other than Mac, Wood, and Threats, right? So a tough duo to have landing at your job spot, but now today they're gonna have a lot more room to work with, a lot more loot as well, right? Because now all that stuff that Mac, Wood, and Threats were taking yesterday, it's gonna be theirs to grab, and I like this duo because they are getting those grapple gloves, and every single game it seemed like they were really trying to get into at least top 10, whether it be a solo or a duo run. And I honestly had the pleasure of playing D-Roller. He was one of my last teammates when I was playing professionally, and he is so good at finding elimination just randomly. Like, you'll be playing with him, and it'll just be like, hey, I found 2, and it's just like, what do you mean you found 2? Like, I wasn't there with you. Like, how did you do that? So he is so good. I'm sure Knifer loves to have him by his side.
I will say, though, yesterday they weren't able to grab more than 4 eliminations in any of their games. So what was going on there?
I mean, honestly, they just got to adapt a little bit to the Storm Surge, and since they were getting pressed off spawn, they can't find those really good positions. But Jacob mentioned it. Now they have all that room to work with. They can make those early rotations to really good positions, as opposed to yesterday where maybe they were in subpar positions.
And next team that we're going to be looking at is Smite and Larson, who had kind of a rough start yesterday and then ended it off with a bang with back-to-back 4th place finishes.
Oh, oh shit, I was muted. Okay, any case.
A lot of these teams had to get, but
Thank you for the follow, EGY. And also, I will see you in a second. Y'all just enjoy what these people have to say. I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah, first game 14 minutes 25 seconds. They're just quickly giving us some highlights about yesterday.
So
Yeah.
we put the cam on and everything within 10 minutes. Let's get it.
Last 2 games out of them were really good. good. So hopefully after those first 4 games, they kind of figured out the formula. But now, today, they should have that formula figured out even more. And the one good thing about Shifty Chefs is those grapple gloves, and they are so good at using them.
Yeah, and I like this team, though, or at least today for them, because we talked about their nice finish, those 2 back-to-back 4th places. Yeah. Not much has changed. They're still going to be contested. They're still got that center map. So I think for them, as long as they continue where they left off, they're going to be sitting pretty.
In one of those 4th place finishes, they also grabbed 8 eliminations, so showcasing that they can also get placements and those elim points. But we're going to be shifting focuses a little bit and focusing on a new team. It's going to be Taco and Chewy. Now, what are some of the struggles that these newer teams are going to be facing?
Okay, first of all, yes, Kelly mentioned it. This is a new team. Yesterday, we did have 11 players go through to finals. Now, to fill out the lobby, we do need to replace them. That seeded leaderboard that we have from series points, and this is one of those teams. They are going to be landing over at Greasy Grove, where, unfortunately, they are contested. Or is it unfortunate? I actually think this is going to play into their favor because they are a new team. They haven't really played with this new Storm Surge yet. So I think that they are the more dominant duo that's going to be landing over here. So I think that finding those early eliminations and that early Storm Surge on the team that is contesting them is going to be really, really good for this duo. And then I also want to mention, out of all of the 11 teams that are coming in today, our new teams, they have the best finish in round 4s with a 16th in qualifier 2.
Already kind of getting things moving, but I like the way you kind of talked about the contestation that they're going to go through towards Greasy Groves, but there's also a ton of teams towards the outskirts, towards that fungi split where AV lands over on the outskirts, Reality Falls. So even after they get done, even if they don't take that early game skirmish that you're kind of thinking about, there's still going to be tons of opportunities for them to pick up those tags.
Another team that we're going to be looking at right now, Blake and Vert, started off yesterday so strong, getting a 6th place finish, but then slowly started to dwindle down.
I think it comes off the start of they're contested yesterday.
Yes.
So a lot of their loot was split up. So they had to go through the rest of the game to where that battlefield towards maybe 3rd through 6th zone, they had to expend a lot of their heals. And in that final game, it was really rough for them. They got 1 elimination, but they missed out on all those placement points.
Yeah, and coming into today, they really have to adapt because they were contested yesterday, and I feel like they were getting a lot of their Storm Surge from the team that was contested them. So coming into today, I'm excited to see how they're going to switch it up.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting because they're uncontested this time around. Them, like the roller, they had such great games. They fell very, very early in that final game because they were sitting in the top 6 through most of the day. It's just that very last moment where I said it yesterday, you just got to be able to hang on. They let it slip.
Yeah, I mean, but honestly, the fact that they are uncontested means that they can loot the entirety of Condo Canyon very, very quickly. They have nobody to worry about. And then if they really need that early Storm Surge tag, they can just run to very good positions because now they're not going to be held up by a team that is landing very, very close to them. Obviously, there are going to be teams on the outskirts, POIs around them that they can maybe pick and pry on, third party potentially, but look for them to be making those early rotations towards big hills.
All right, everyone, let's actually rotate over to the other side of our stage right here. And I think a great way to kind of teach these newer players jumping into the game on how to be successful in day 2 of the semifinals is to kind of look to what the successful teams did yesterday. So let's look at our pick that we had yesterday, Vivid, Paper and Law.
And you guys might be like, well, listen, how can Blake and Vert just go from, you know, being aggressive all spawn to just being a team that just sits up on a hill and gets Storm Surge? Like this new Storm Surge is so aggressive. Let me show you how Paper and Law did this phenomenally yesterday throughout every single game. We're going to take a look at some of their positions now. Warning, they do get a little bit lucky with some of these zones, but they are going to be landing over at the Sanctuary split. But look at this arrow on the left, that pink one. That's going to be Law. He is already up on this hill. And you're like, well, Vivid, the first zone is just now closing. Like, how is he already up there? Has he even looted anything? And I'm going to be honest with you. He's looted almost nothing, but Paper has looted it all. And he went ahead and dropped all of his stuff to Law so that way he could get up on this position early. Now, what this allows him to do is establish an early base, this early high ground, so that way he can look at the entire lobby and get the entirety of their Storm Surge very, very early on. And this is just amazing teamwork, right? Because you are essentially putting the entirety of your Storm Surge strategy on one guy. Like, let's check this out. Again, Paper is still in Sanctuary looting while Law has like full materials, full ammo, a full loadout. And the only reason that's possible is because Paper went ahead and dropped everything. And I also love the fact that Paper takes full advantage of the vending machine there, buys out all of the ammunition that he has, because look at their loadouts. They just have assault rifles and SMGs. No shotguns for this duo at all. And they are opting into that triple heal meta that we saw developing yesterday, Jacob.
And you see the fireworks going off because they're celebrating that teamwork that you're talking about. And honestly, it doesn't go unnoticed what they're able to do, because you talked about their practice through the Duo Cash Cup, and that kind of leads and let them kind of propel themselves in a game like this, because they have such little to worry about, like you were talking about, just spreading out all the materials, all their loot to make sure that they had everything that they needed.
And it's just so smart, because that was actually a team right there. That was game 3. They had no eliminations going into moving zones. Like, that's how much surge they got from the position. It was really, really good for them. And I love the fact that they had that experience from that Duo Cash Cup, and they applied it to this FNCS game.
Honestly, it kind of reminded me like I was watching FNCS Trios again, where you have that support role, and that's kind of what he played, and he did it perfectly. I'm sure we're going to be seeing some other teams adapting to that as well. But let's move on to another team that was able to utilize height as in the early game.
Yeah,
Hi Mixie. Yeah, definitely I will add you on Epic. There's no problem. I'll do it when I start a watch party. And thank you so much for the follow. I really do appreciate it. I'll be in a few minutes. I'm just quickly getting everything set up, but I'll add you, no problem. Thank you so much for the follow. I really do appreciate you.
Paper and Lost Dash, but they don't have the zone. They know timing is of the essence, and that's why you see Crisp looting up the outsides. But because the high ground Neverfy not only putting shots on the people directly in towards Daily Bugle, all those players that are landing towards the outskirts are also feeling that pain. But around that 5-minute mark, they immediately go ahead and beeline it towards the backside. As they saw everybody rotate in towards zone, they know only one, maybe two teams are going to be outside towards here to kind of contest that refresh of the minis at the very least. And I only mention the minis because you can see on this map over towards the Daily Bugle where they actually landed in it. We all know there's a ton of loot for grabs there, but they didn't want to put it all into this one positioning. So as soon as they got that surge, they immediately backtracked east like I'm talking about. They farmed up both their wood and their brick to kind of get themselves in tip-top shape. At this time in the game, they have almost everything that they need. I say almost because they still lack in the metal, where they go ahead and rotate back on over towards the Daily Bugle. You see them get the metal that they're looking for, but you also see them scrounge up some chug splashes as well. They traded one big pot for that, which made it easy for them to get in towards the edge of zone. At this stage in the game, they got so much surge piled up from those early game tags. It wasn't until about the 4th, 5th zone they really had to worry about it. I think they were about 525 damage above the threshold without an elimination at this point.
Yeah, and we love the innovation that we saw out of these teams yesterday, but there's layers to this team, right? They know that they are at a split job, so it's like, how can we get more loot? So they rotate out and, you know, use that vending machine, as you mentioned, which is really, really smart. But then to be able to do that, they know that they have to get those early tags, and you could see that at one point right there, he was just fully exposed to Chabji and fully willing to kind of trade some of that damage back and forth, expand some of his shield that he had looted because he knew he was going to make himself a position over at the vending machine. And it's really only possible to do that, make that late rotation if you do get those early tags. So really well thought out strategy from that duo.
Yeah, and that strategy probably is coming from the IGL, an incredible role. But what about the most important role in the game, everyone? Here we have it, role models.
My role as a player is the in-game leader. I decide how my team plays and the plays that we make.
You'll, for the most part, tarp too, like endgame. So you're kind of just doing all like the thinking while your teammate gets to this, like trying to eliminate anything, get you refreshes and stuff, so you don't run out of mats.
I think a player that is trying to become a good IGL for their team definitely needs to become assertive, needs to be able to make decisions quickly and not, second guess themselves. Even if it's the wrong decision, it can still be a better decision than just making nothing and having your team split up. If you make a call and your whole team goes to one spot, then you have a better chance of surviving than saying nothing and having all three of your team or all of your other two team members splitting up in different directions and being eliminated by some others.
I feel like for the most part, IGLs are like a bit older because they just have like more experience and they're not as mechanical and as like faster reaction time as like the younger people. So most of the time for duos, for example, it'll be like an older IGL and then you'll just find some like crazy mechanical kid.
The IGL usually carries the mobility during the season. So when launch pads are in the game, the IGL will more than likely have the most launch pads at least. Or shockwaves, they'll have the majority of those because they're the ones making the call to rotate whichever direction. And, you don't want to, have to drop mobility last second before rotate and have it scuff your rotate.
IGL's loadout should allow you to support your fragger as well as lead your team to victory. So loadouts that are more supportive are definitely beneficial for an IGL.
For the weapons, I feel like the IGL should be carrying like a striker burst, striker pump, and shields.
Someone that's looking to become an IGL needs to be disciplined, controlled, and confident. All of those three things will lead you to become a successful IGL.
I think the best IGLs are people that study the game as much as they can, and every situation that they come across, they already know what to do in it. You know, it's something that they've learned before.
I feel like what separates like really good IGLs from average IGLs is being able to like accept your mistakes and try and learn of them instead of getting mad and just like blaming it on like the game.
The best IGLs are consistent IGLs. Being consistent over the span of an entire tournament is what brings from someone from good to great to the best.
Thank you so much once again to all of our pros for participating in these videos. Sharing their insight to new and old players alike is just a vital part of the competitive scene. But you know what else is a vital part of the competitive scene? Our in-game team, everyone. So let's bring them on to stage. We got Mini Miner, MDF, and Shio Wager. Gentlemen, welcome back.
Bring it back, you know, back to back. It's a full weekend.
What up? So we got some extra time now, so I kind of want to talk about expectations of what we can watch. And Minnie, after coming from EU, I feel like you can share some of your insight.
Yeah, I mean, EU is kind of crazy, as it always is. We saw teams just going crazy with the mid-game fighting, as we saw, of course, on East yesterday. And a lot of teams are sort of figuring out how their Storm Surge strategy is going to differ. We saw teams going for high ground a lot, and a lot more of the high ground teams won today. I think yesterday on EU, we had 2 out of the 5 games ended up winning on height. Now I think it was about 4 or 5 out of the 6, so a huge shift.
Yeah, I got to watch that pre-show, saw how it played out, and that was one of the stats that we're looking at. But we got to remember the dynamic changes as the roster changes, right? The big teams that punch in day to day, we start, you know, kind of leaving behind what's left, and then the new guys that are coming in. So I think we're gonna get some bold plays.
Yeah, I mean, I just like the fact that on EU we get to have a prep up, how things go, and the East messes it all up with their own thing. So I'm hyped to see what the
Can you pass me the hard drive, please, man?
Predictions. It's your favorite part of the show, everyone.
Just hold on a little second.
We think are going to be making their way into the finals in August.
I can actually see you typing that. That's strange. PlayStation usually blocks out the typing. Nah, they won't block out this.
And Vert because of their experience. They've been a team for quite a while, and they're uncontested this time around. I think they're going to have a much easier flow to their game.
Yeah, and another team is going to be uncontested. It's going to be D-Roller and Knifer. And let me throw a stat at you guys real quick. 40% of
Is it like
victory royales actually come
one more underscore? I'm pretty sure.
And now they're uncontested, so I think they got a good shot.
Why do you think that is?
Man, I think it's the grapple gloves. I think the grapple gloves are kind of leaning into that victory royale.
There you go.
The grapple glove spawns are at these unnamed POIs.
Nice, nice. I'm going for Glace and Elite. Yesterday, 73 points. Power cut out for Elite a couple of times. They played half the games almost available today and still popped off. I feel like they're going to be absolutely astronomical, hopefully in all the games.
What you asked for, bro?
Are doubling down, so that means double the luck, I guess. We'll see. I'm going Vert and Blake.
You just muted. That's the only thing I couldn't hear you. Sorry, I need the hard drive, please. Let me just check if I can see it. I think it's at the top though. Maybe at the bottom. I feel the cable. I feel the cable. Hey, you're gonna have to like spectate in there. Because I'm not sure though.
It's not yet. Is it text to the table? It's not yet at all. Oh, there it is.
There you go, bro. I think it's all plugged in. Can you plug it out? I don't know which plug it is, but follow it and plug it out, yeah.
But guys, the battle bus is ready. We're here for the action, so let's go on to game number 1 with our casters, MDF and Shio.
Game 1. Now, what's interesting about today is that if you played yesterday, you have more chances, more odds as we continue to develop the list of players going straight to finals.
We'll just open real quick.
Today is 12.
Yeah, overall we have 1 extra game rocking through, 6 games for these competitors. That also means consistency matters a little bit more. There's more chances to hold on to those top spots.
And those points, the threshold is going to jump way up, so a much more difficult day is in front of everyone here. There is no time to drop any rounds. If you want to finish within the top 6, it's going to come down to every single round.
Gotta remind you though, the excitement is still here. Victory Royale sends you straight to the finals. We saw it on EU. We saw it yesterday as well. More teams who deserve it so much. You mentioned Smite and Larson at the start of the show. There's so many powerhouses still here in NA East that had a chance maybe yesterday, came second, had a taste of the finals, but didn't have that full bite ready just yet.
And Smite and Larson was contested, particularly at the shifty shafts. You saw the fight go down. It was a really difficult day for them. They lost the first 2 rounds against Curly and Fazo. It ended up not going in their way, and they kind of almost met in the middle. Both sides did well, but not well enough.
Absolutely, and for the rest of NA East as well on rotation, it was a donut day, but it's time to put it on the takeaway plate. The games are about to start, Monster.
Here it is. I'm ready to order something. Give me a whole box. I want it all. Let's see it here. Now, we're jumping into things. 6 games of Fortnite's in front of us. NA East is here. It's game number 1. Let's kick it off.
Absolutely. We mentioned Shifty Shafts, a big spot to get a lot of tags. At the same time, the rest of the map ready to fight as well. So many brand new teams coming in, 11 to be specific. The entire strategy for the competition shaken up in 24 hours.
No Curly, no Fazo for Larson and Smite, so their biggest difficulty, that hurdle that they had to overcome yesterday, is no longer here. I'm thinking they're going to do well. Kelly has a great pick, but here's a contestant drop an unnamed POI outside the Daily Bugle. Fights go down and the turn and burn for Nawson. Okay, put him on the map.
Okay, Nawson, he's going to get completely written off that map. CL and Edge are here as well. A POV of 2 new teams we haven't seen so far in the semifinals, and they're starting things off hot.
Definitely a great start. And look at this. The battle bus was so far north. Why? Day 2 run. Let's see it here. Chewy, Fable, Taco returning to the Greasy Grove. They were not here yesterday. They did not get the chances. They were one of those teams that were just shy as far as consistency with the series points goes. So they had to wait for this. But we've seen Chewy and Fable Taco do this battle before. This same song and dance today. They're going to win.
Yeah, one of these teams we see make a lot of the end games too. So that means they're absolutely winning off spawn when it comes to NA East in the start of the game. Taco will have one more person to take care of, but I think Chewy's going to be the one aggressing all the way over. I agree. See the entire map. Lots of teams hungry. Their first chances in the semifinals, their first grab at greatness. They'll be just contesting so many different spots of the map. We do have people we're used to watching, though. D-Roller, Knifey, the top squad that I'm surprised are still here right now.
Should have been on all the way through yesterday. Maybe 5 points or so shy.
Yeah.
They were so close to actually qualifying.
Yeah. Top 10 games kind of match for some of the in that first session of semifinals. Over here as well, Snake, Accept, Degen, Pledge. This is a war, a multi-day war. They're still rocking things through.
Snake and Accept were actually at the Synapse station yesterday. Did they decide to contest Degen and Pledge? Arguably a much stronger team. This is a team with true accolades here. So they're stepping up. They want to bite off more. Let's see if they can chew it down, though.
Yeah, kind of had enough.
Yo, stop freezing. What the?
Point of view, and they stay in the desert, so it's kind of the same overall rotation.
I'm telling you, your stream is like literally just one person that keeps on dancing in front of the screen.
The rest of the game with a lot more control. I think that's exactly what Accept and Snake are going for.
It's quite strange, what? You know, I really can't drop the quality of your stream. You can't drop it. Not at all. No, you can't. That's Twitch. I can drop like Oatly. I can drop Ranger.
He's got the 2-shot as well. You can't really have your head out for too long.
It's a very powerful loadout. Only that, he's going to round out the loadout with the extra heal here. So advantage for sure going to Degen and Pledge currently. We'll see if that.
It's laggy as hell on this screen, bro.
Download the name of the game right now. Farm material while you're waiting, or get out. They go for the exit strategy here as they slide out the side. Exit slides around. First tags onto Degen. Nothing traded though. Let's see if he can get the follow up. Degen's out of mats. He's running. Pledge comes in to back him up. Let's see if the trades on both sides. Snake is the first to fall. The cleanup is quick. And Pledge
he went down.
do enough there, and they win that fight.
Genius from Degen, knowing that, hey, I don't have mats, but I can still be part of the conversation, using his entire body.
That's just amazing.
Never slowing down. That's the difference between someone who cracks under pressure and a veteran who's used to every form of fight at the same match. And Pamsto, another new versus old, and the veterans do not go down in this one either.
Jackson and Dowda had that.
Do you also get pixelated like every few seconds? I think I should get away from like all these people.
Incredible game too. If you guys didn't watch it, I encourage you all. Check out Fortnite's official YouTube channel and avenues to watch those highlights. But for Pamstone Fatch here, right now, very, very important engagement.
Probably
here.
over
He
here.
has farmed up tons of tags, damage, and of course, to kick things off with a couple free points. There's nothing wrong with that. So a great start for him. As we jump on over, the action continues.
Oh, yeah.
Sin. He's gonna fall here as Maxo and Locksit here are going for the exchanges. So this is a team that hasn't caught a break.
Yeah, 1-for-1s all around. Locksit might be able to be up, and I was about to say trade reses, but no, it's a full finish on Siln. Edge now is kind of forced to do this 1v1, always applying pressure non-stop, and he has the tools of the trade to be able to lock.
You asked me for something a while ago. What was that?
I'm good.
Give him a bit of a moment.
You're good.
And then Locksit will be right back up. So Edge is really trying for these cones and floors, going for any sense of control right now. I'm surprised Maxwell isn't just wrapping around these builds, going for a little bit of aggression, but maybe mats are slightly low. In this position, Edge kind of dictates exactly where the fight happens.
Alright, this pixelation don't stop.
I like what Edge is doing here, though. Showing us how quick he is on the draw right now. Taking control of pieces, slowly but surely. Bleeding them out, but no! Maxo claps back and with a quick... Right there, he puts him down. Very well played.
Yep, exactly that. He's the one who gets to peak first. He decided I want the fight 10 right there, and then perfect timing as well to be able to get the res. So you talked about Smite and Larson. They look like they're on the move. Not gonna have as much surge as yesterday because they're not contested. We're gonna have to find out exactly how to get it. Rogue Shark's giving us a little bit of a class on that. It's about jumping in the box, taking the near tilted towers now.
Potentially rotate out there for Rogue Shard and Redux from Synapse Station.
You're still busy with the updates.
For them to rotate straight into a team catch.
I'm about to start now.
Okay, cause I don't think you should start it at this point because it's already live, bro. The first game's already on.
So who cares?
Me, cause I pixelate my fuck off with a gigabyte line per second and still the screen in the I don't think it's us, I think it's a screen in the middle.
I can tell you exactly what it
from
is.
190 to 280, so
I can tell you exactly what it is, Vert. The stream I'm watching of yours on the PC is just way high quality.
close it. No, don't.
Anything on that home of what scoped home was before. It was tilted. Everyone's already built it up. This looks like one of those old
It's not that. It's their stream.
Starting to buffer.
It's so fast though.
Okay, close it then.
At the same time, I've been rolling in a little bit around the map monster. I found an old upgrade station. I used it on our mid-game mini miner. Not only does he have one thing to talk about, but multiple now. Let's look at our new improved robot in the
This is crazy.
Miniminer bot reporting for duty. Thank you very much, Shai. I am here, and we have 3 things to update you guys on. Of course, D-Roller now uncontested at the middle of the map.
Yeah, but everybody, if it freezes, it's not on me. You can see the ping at the top, you know.
In his inventory, they're set up. Down at the Synapse Station, it's Roshark and Redux that are landing there now, so we'll have to see how their game develops as we go on today.
Thank you so much, Mini Miner. Perfect update for us to give us the full scope.
Yo, welcome everybody to the stream. Don't forget to hit that follow button and say hi in the chat. I still need 5 people at the same time that just greet themselves. And I'll greet you back if I can pronounce your name. Otherwise, I'm just gonna, ignore it and not sound dumb.
2 top teams looking good. Update on Synapse instantly. Need robots. I have to make sure Mini's eating good tonight. Oil.
They need to fix this stream, but we're really far away, dude. You need to remember we're watching NA East, which means we're no longer.
That's like 18,000 kilometers, making it like 10,000 miles, 11,000 miles.
12,000 miles, bro.
12,000 miles. My math was never good. My math ain't never been good, so.
It's pushing us all the way over to the left.
That's a big pull as well, guys. Really think about the implications of that.
We're only 1 follow away from 20. If anybody can just make that happen, it would be.
Yeah, I freaking Victor and Shiesty on stream too.
Yeah, bro, this thing just went up for the first time in like
In this
forever.
what half and half is. You have to get past every team that's under pressure in the lobby.
Meanwhile, they're taking an exchange right now, so yes,
Oh, it's starting to get. Oh, just when they get that good quality on the screen in front, it freezes and it goes back bad.
Yeah. It's just like I know. I don't want this.
If you can roll a dice and like 20 was the hardest number to hit.
That's crazy though.
People are even leaving. They're like, oh no.
Yeah, but it's not our fault. It's
of course.
Legends landing just not smooth at all.
It's different. Somebody's been in this lobby and got 94 eliminations in
They're
box.
spotting somebody. Don't give your position away, bro. Just keep to yourself for a second. Wait for that point to run up. Oh! Just gave away your space, but beautiful fucking ace. That was twice. Really close to the head.
This guy in front of me is just cleaning the floor all the way.
Yes, they farmed elims, but moving out of it was so much more difficult for Fatch and Pam. They're on the move.
Storm 2, 84 players left. Hey, this is gonna be some tough ass games, bro. Like,
I would have put the music on for y'all as well to hear, but copyright and all that shit. I'm not gonna get into that. So that will be an apology. If you see me shaking my head, I'm not crazy, twitching or anything. I'm just listening to music.
Yeah,
I get bored too. I can hear somebody like really close to him.
That's how far the zone is. Blake looking at D-Gen and going for a few shots. That was almost free. That doesn't affect them in the long run because just an inkling of damage can make the difference.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for him to miss either. The player was
oh, come on.
Like, for real, as I play EU lobbies on 200 ping, this is how the lobbies looks when you fucking just land.
Understanding what the meta's looking like, really prioritizing keeping their HP up and doing that battle for Surge.
For them, they have the whole drop saw to do it, so they should be walking away with full heals in the inventory. Definitely looking
It looks so familiar, like every day that they play.
Yeah. That's, I wish you can just stay like that. I just don't know what's up with Fortnite.
Shouldn't miss it, bro. We just missed the first round, like, completely. And never went back to check when we can just play, you know. But I guess next year will be another year. And then we're just trying to take everything.
No, we're just waiting for Fortnite Chapter 3 Season 4, bro.
Yeah, and then we just take everything. From nobody's.
I'm gonna push it up, man.
Yeah. Stop pixelating. Give us a fucking picture. There we go. Apologies to the viewers. I love you for being in here. Please drop a follow. I would appreciate it. But I'm gonna mute myself, so enjoy it.
Zypher now left to play this one out by himself defensively here. And Aaron and Naves are looking to feast. I mean, going as far as step back in the zone, they're really taking their pick right now. So much of an opportunity here to step up the loadout. And there it is, a full upgrade. Puts them 70 above the Surge as they were just below. And now they're completely perfect here.
That was quiet for long enough.
Oh my gosh. A huge mistake.
Oh.
It's something, when it goes blue, like when there's a lot of blue on the screen, all of a sudden it's like a pixelation, like.
I don't know. Mine just pixelate every time. It finds that perfect, I would say 1080p.
I swear I'm gonna
find that it just
I'm gonna tweet Fortnite just now and tell them your servers are shit.
Yeah, tweet them. Tweet them. Take a picture when it pixelates.
Their game plan, all in all, we knew it was gonna be a problem when you lose your teammate. And look, Smite
Oh dear God, come on. I still don't get it, bro. 1,000 megabytes per second download speed, and what the fuck even?
Who were kind of in the way of them, giving them that free damage, they go down in the background for Larson and Smite. They don't have this free 100, 150 damage off spawn
It doesn't keep. It doesn't matter, bro. We're like so far away.
As a result, this is a new world for them, a world that is not welcoming.
Definitely not right now. And the next warning is.
I wonder how in a West would be looking.
Fable Taco Chewy, 123
Well, we will see in 3 hours from now.
Yep. Come on, Fabled. Tag him. Oh, he's still 97 above. He's safe. Stop freezing, bro. You make me so angry.
A team that was one of the few ones who actually picked up victory royales throughout the qualifying weeks here. Want to definitely keep an eye out on a big pickup. And what do they get from it? 1 mini.
It's tough.
Ouch.
Yeah. Bobby and Blur too, I think just like Slash and Clarity, they had their way to play the old game, but now with all these changes in tow.
Yours doesn't even do it at the same time as mine.
It's tough for them to find that freedom to move around.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
In the limelight, and they're burning in the heat.
Right now,
so maybe it's not them. Maybe it is a ping.
6 more players will have to fall before things settle down.
Smite and Larson, they won't. Merely before, I think literally you can count 30 seconds back, a toss back to time in the stream. Smite was down, storm surge issues, now almost 300 above. If these guys are dealing with pressure like that immediately, just from one zone to another, the momentum's already building up. I'm seeing our first game's winners.
Great opportunities right now are opening up for other players as well, as the positioning is key here.
That's a little bit early to call it though.
Hella early, bro. That was
really,
this is Fortnite. You can be stuck in a storm and find your way and go and win.
You can fool yourself to death with the wrong movement. You know what I'm saying? Crazy.
But this is the hardest pocket to rotate from. So we've seen the best thing about the squad when it comes to the grapplers. They use it in the perfect time. They never get hit in the air. So let's see how they do it. Perfect. Just 30 seconds before. Knifey slightly kind of hit. D-roller is
that was
right
clean.
Behind him. Means that as soon as Knifey starts to take damage, D-roller can stop, build behind him. Right in front, it's going to be.
Well, you can use this box fight at the bottom of us.
I wish they would make the screen like even more detailed, like put the nerd stats on that shows you their frames per second, what ping are they getting.
That would probably be cool.
Well, it's actually pretty cool that
but
they
you can go see that when you go look at those streamers, you know, like at their stream personally.
It's pretty cool that they show you how many boxes they have left. Oh, dear God!
He didn't have no chance, bro.
It was such a big kill. It actually froze up our stream for a second.
I mean, look at the minis here, so they're definitely feeding off the lobby.
Yep, definitely can still move in too, but there's so many different bases, so many different players looking at their way.
Oh, that was beautiful! What it knocked it!
Doing kind of a self-portrait on the rest of the lobby. Looking to just hit.
Oh my goodness!
We've seen that before. SMG from right up beneath.
We ain't taking it easy today.
That's it, swept off their toes.
We ain't taking it easy today.
Might be the most we've seen coming in for any team this healthy, this comfortable as we start getting into the late portions of the game right now.
Even the best thing about this is that it's, you know, just equivalent across both players.
I think I found my favorite players. That Kicks is killing it.
I'm still trying to figure out why the hell this thing pixelate in the middle.
No, come sit at the top. The pixelation is less because people are not messing around. They just sit on their chair.
I'm on my own at the top.
You just have to bear it out. Eventually it gets better if you stop moving around.
I'm not moving at all.
Oh goodness.
Is the one who's gonna have to stay alive. He has more of the god load out of the two.
Hey you, stop jumping around.
We'll see exactly likely will run that tart based on an N10 here for another day as well. But there is
Oh, oh snap!
really good on defense and box fights, having
Let's
trouble on
watch.
days
Let's
where,
watch.
again,
Maybe he'll get the raise. Nope. Nope. He's down. He's dead. Really drained out.
That was bad.
Unexpected though.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. That was pretty bad.
Hey you. Yeah, buddy.
Here we get AKA and Kicks is getting high ground. Watch, what? Just watch them. They're on their way. Watch them. Watch them. I just feel like that squad has the ability to take this first game.
7-7 Costa. Oh, already at 20 points. That's amazing. 18 points on D-Roller. Who's with D-Roller though? Who's his teammate? I don't even know. I don't know half of these people.
This is NAE. NAEs, dude. So
yeah, but they said there's like 10 new people that's, you know, like new. And the streamers I used to watch aren't even competing.
They Fortnite it out, bro. Too much Fortnite.
No, not that. They just can't make it anymore. They're old now. Our fingers get slow.
Seems like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, your fingers get slow, bro, and your IQ just drops.
In my
Like,
defense,
when you're young, your IQ is like when you're a teen, your IQ is like but your ego is like there. But when you grow older, it just drops again. It just goes down.
Well, I literally actually only started playing Fortnite what around about 6 months ago.
On December of last year.
Yes, so I haven't really been playing long, but I've been trying. I've participated in skill-based tournaments quite a bit with you.
And wasn't we just gods?
I recently placed 1,400 in a PlayStation Cup, remember that?
Yep.
I mean, that's crazy. And a PlayStation Cup, 1,400, and you like still a shitty account level. If my account level is 560
ping,
that's terrible. 200.
We had load shedding. We had to miss 2 matches.
Yeah, no, that was just terrible. Like, remember competing in that PlayStation Cup where we only had 30 minutes and we knew we had to make 8 points, and we're like,
yeah, just go sit in the bush.
I was like, oh my god,
get the fuck out of there.
And you know what was the worst? Like, we got the spray, but I was supposed to get more points because I actually ended up playing a little bit longer, and then the power went off while I was playing. That wasn't fun.
Why don't I hear my music?
You have to press play or press shuffle or
something's playing, but I don't know what the fuck.
Bulldozing player after player. You're looking good, but the clock's still ticking.
He's got that grapple glove though. He gets right to the front. DJ's on high ground. They have control of clutching up right now. Down comes DJen. He needs to get in the mix here. He's out of build. And he goes for the mantle wall take, but doesn't quite find it there in the zone. There's a player. He gets chunked. He's hurt. And up he goes. Pledge is there to back him up. Pledge does find a little bit of a refresher. He's got some time, but how much time? As Vert and Blake are so comfortable on the low. They're looking up, but they're running out. They're going to need a refresh as well.
Go away, DJ Cubo. Ruining it.
And Blake, they're still looking strong. We have a few solos still on the way. Which one of them?
I call it
oh,
people know you trying to, you know, just have some watch for it, and they're just like, you know, fuck this guy. Yo, I hate wearing a headset, bro. I just woke up, to be honest. My head feels like it just doesn't want to fit in with me. Y'all ever felt like that? So you just want to hide it, throw it, or cut it off or some shit.
I hate it. Come on, it's like the final three. Come on, stop.
The entire scenery do the talking as well. It's basically, hey, we're going straight to the finals. Blitz not to pull out a weapon we haven't seen in the meta right now to be able to win this one. It's all kill.
Oh my god. GG's.
I didn't even see it. It just bounced.
I didn't even see it too. That was like really quick. That's why it's a GG's. That was unexpected. Let's just check the replay.
Yeah, the replay will show us how it happened.
Okay, it's error.
Oh, it was just there. It was just there.
Oh. Yep, it was error. Oh my GG's.
That was like a headshot 3000. It's like, yeah, take first game of the day, motherfucker. Bah!
Straight up going to the finals.
Can you guys just sit down already? I hate these new Fortnite players that wear their swaggy DJ Cuba skin like this guy. Has 0 crowns, apparently.
Oh, no. In this thing, everybody has 0 crowns.
Nah, I'm thinking he has 0 crowns for real.
So excited to see how they're going to be performing in the finals in August. But I want to shift focus to a team.
I'm excited that one of the other hosts might speak soon. Oh yeah.
We didn't really see much of them yesterday, but today they come out and show us like, hey, we are on the higher ground. And Dejan was trying so hard at one point. He was out of material. He was trying to get up to his teammate Pledge, but could not do it even with the mantle.
Why is the sound pausing?
Again, teams that are playing this high ground, they're trying to create this identity that we've been searching for from day to day, and it's just really, as you can see there, that high ground take.
So I need 3 more people to either comment in my section, bro. I'm not stopping the stream until I get 3 more comments. I really need it.
Soon enough to get the refresh on the mats, and it was still a great valiant effort overall.
This one guy's name's Crackhead.
This is my friend Justin. He's cracked it for Fortnite.
No, just that's just straight up crack. Oh, that killing was on point.
They noticed that this team on high ground, they no longer have the materials, but we do. So let's go ahead and go up for it in these late moving zones. And sure enough, they just kind of find themselves in this 2v1 situation where they are very patient.
I just want to relax myself, you know, just drop my fucking seat. Wait, give me a little bit of height, you know. Oh yeah, buddy. Put my drinks next to me. If you want a drink, here you go. Here's your glass. You can just help yourself.
I'll go get coffee soon. I just want to get my Twitch up and running because I already missed one game. I forgot the PS4 Pro is not updated.
Just don't let everything download because that would fuck us.
No, I know. I didn't even let anything queue, so all those are installed.
You seem quite happy about that, Jacob.
Yeah, I'm honestly not surprised. I probably monsters in the back, probably cheering as well. But that's not the thing. They started off hot yesterday. It was towards the later half of the games that they began to crumble. They began to fall. And hopefully this time it's not going to come through because that uncontested drop has already proved to be fruitful.
Do you think Twitch have copyright on music? I'm pretty sure they do, right?
No, bro. You can fucking do anything on Twitch.
How do I let them hear my music?
Watch me sleep fucking naked. You can post that shit on Twitch probably.
Fuck that. I'm cold, it's winter. I'm not sleeping naked tonight.
That's literally, that's Twitch in a nutshell. You can find that. Do you think just chatting is not just one big hella fucking thirst trap? It's like, yeah, I play games.
It's just me or these guys boring as hell, bro.
They definitely they're not like EU.
EU was much more fun, like they smoked a bunch before they went on stage, and these people, they did not. And I'm not a hater at all, it's just You know, I mean, come on, get some excitement, bro. This is your game. This is Fortnite. You created this shit.
So many things can change over the next 5 games, Vivid.
Yeah, I think this was the team that we first saw on height, and as you can see, they do have it here from the 5th zone. But again, this storm surge has been something that is tough. That guy, Costa, he had 70 builds, but then he still had 10 charges in the grapple.
Why should put me on that broadcast? I'll give everybody high as fuck and then we'll have a great time.
Instead of spending, I don't know, like 40 builds on them, whereas you could just probably use get away with 2-3 charges, then you would still have 7 for the end game.
Honestly, I like that you said that because one of our
I don't know, somebody just commented on one of my videos in German. Dear God,
you can't
boy.
say translate though.
I know, but why didn't he say translate my own text?
Aren't our videos like mostly banned in Russia and Germany?
No, Europe. Not Russia, not
Europe.
No, not that far.
You have to be willing to use them throughout the mid game, not just save them for the end game.
Like I actually have subscribers from all
I gotta
over
be
the
a little
world.
bit. I gotta be a little bit different though. If I can do this, right? Hold it like that, and I'll move my camera.
Game number 2. Take it away, MDF and Shio.
Game 2.
Oh,
Game 2.
I actually like that. Now I just have to go up a little bit. Oh yeah.
Zeus, man, he's pretty much he's gonna be having nightmares about that one.
Yeah, he's a contender a little bit. You know, gods can fall too. It's all good for Zeus. At the same time, Vivid, Jacob, bring a very good point. It's not just the end game monster to pay attention to. The mid game. That's for a bunch of these Elans, especially on these top squads.
Now y'all can see all those noise at the side. Y'all see that? Where I'm looking. At the people that makes noise. Why don't Jakey join us?
I haven't seen him.
Bro,
he was in a stream earlier on, and then he left again. He was even in the party for a
Look
bit.
at this person. Get away from me.
I mean, that is the kind of momentum you need coming into these games. And
It's fine, the game hasn't started. Everybody will settle down now. Usually it's quite attractive.
And that's why we're jumping on this bus. I heard it there.
Yeah, let's jump right in. We're asking so many questions. It's time to get a few answers overall on NA East. That first game was an amalgamation of mid-game problems for every single team. Now they're rocking with a little bit of experience. How does it look for game number 2?
It's going to be a big game 2 here. As we already saw, a sample size of the games to roll out. But of course, when you win, you open up more opportunity here.
Absolutely, and we know exactly where those samples are coming from. Greasy Grove on screen right now. Yeah, Oxyfable Chewy, they're ready to go again. And the fact that, you know, little taco stand is so high up in the sky, it just makes it so that the drop is so much more so interesting overall.
That's crazy. Mega unfortunate as well. They didn't have a single weapon up there.
Yeah.
That could have been very bad, but luckily, Aoxy and Crew are like, yeah, we don't want to take that battle again. We're going to split up here. And things just so happen to work in their favor. But on the other side, not so much success for Nawson. Again this time here, Sin and Edge were the team that won the last one. And remember what happened shortly afterwards. They got rolled up on and dropped.
Bryce also taking a brunt force of the damage. He has a little bit of a loadout to work with right now. Stone can't really get close to this one and personal. He has AR, so that'll be a long distance conversation.
Big eliminations in the feed in the meanwhile. Bobby and Plur getting very, very active. Costa winning their draw spot as well. So it's not all sun and sunshine and rainbows for Costa and Zeus. They have a contested drop as well. Meanwhile, Blake contested there too. Okay, we have some stories and some adjustments being made to the world right now. We'll tune in with all that. We'll catch up soon, but my gosh, meanwhile, Bryce just holding down the low ground right here, trying to play defensively.
This type of situation.
So tell me.
Kind of playing turtle, you get access to a lot more mats.
Yeah.
Already updated.
Already up.
And it copied.
Still now, close range pistol in play. He's got
Why was it never that fast when we used it though? That's all I wanna know, bro. Like what?
Isolated situation here.
OH went down, bro. Obviously. You see, it's the guy with the closest name to mine. Come on, bro. Don't disappoint the seas. Don't disappoint the seas. You got it. Oh no, bro. He just disappointed the seas. I guess we have to accept that.
How did he do that? That was crazy. Rocky Reels, a fight rages on here. Pledge and DJ win it once again. No love for XF and Snake, a team that is phenomenal when it comes down to playing average placements and playing endgame. For them not to, for them to give up their draw spot, there was
The flanks are open. I don't know. I never ever saw in my life FNCS Cup they played so openly. Everybody's just running around in the field. They ain't boxing them. They ain't making walls next to them. Nothing. I don't get it. It's just something new.
Bro, this is not Europe. We play constantly in Europe.
Yeah, we play Europe lobby. This shit is. I bet you if we sign up for this FNCS, we would probably be in the top 33 all the time. I bet we can do this, bro. On fucking 300, 400 ping. You'll never see someone run this open in the EU lobby. This is crazy. Is it just me? Yeah. We fell.
I was slow fast.
Was it a little fast, you said?
Yeah. Me.
Bro, I can just as well. You can just put my remote on charge there. Just make sure it doesn't, press anything. I'd appreciate it so much because I guess we still have a long way to go. Nobody invite those people on the side. I don't know them. They're just some randos. But if you wanna spam them with some BS, I mean, I'll do it with you. I don't wanna battle y'all. I don't want to
probably be content with that. Both sides seem to really be well matched here. But that two-shot shotgun does a lot of damage onto Convicted. They did find that opportunity. Let's see it. Now they're trying to look for an opener. Afraid it's not going to reveal itself. We're at home right now.
Thank you so much for being in my stream, and I really do hope you drop a follow and make a number 20.
That's right. Water, beaches, little islands, and of course.
Oh my God. I'm trying to kill myself, I guess.
Let's see it. Find it again, and look, now down to 9 builds, so this is slowly draining them of all their material, their ammunition, everything that they have, and they're in desperate town now.
I think he has to be very careful there before even that he puts down. It's a little bit of fuel offensively that he can't take. He can't see through those wooden builds and know exactly where he's from.
I really hope they don't fuck me though. But people on Twitch want to see a cam. That's why you gotta look into my ugly face and accept it. Let it in.
For a second there, he is looking pretty desperate. We've all been there before. That weapon's not reloaded. Think you're good. And then you realize you made a mistake, but click see here, they're playing just great defense. You can see Jelly has 2 eliminations, so because they finished up a team here, Convicted thought they were going to walk in here and get a team that was weak, but no, they have much more ammunition than them. They still have heals, grapple gloves.
Come on, click see.
The fact that they can decide if they want to continue the fight is really
But the points is a little low, so you need the skill, bro.
they recognize wise, they
Apologies if you don't get the skill, but you need the skill.
This isn't all in. It's all the way up top on this position. I'm pretty sure it can be edit chopped or something. Yep, there.
Most of the people think they'll win with only placement. Not with these people they play against having 14 eliminations. That they won't. Yo, bro, sit down. That crackhead guy. his name's crackhead. Literally.
Is their own pitfall. Clixie and Jelly were ready for that.
That's crazy because Shicey looked like they had that in the bag.
You think I should put the black on or off?
Play that they set up, but it did not work.
Think you?
Huh?
Black block on or off?
Make it on, bro, just to see. Maybe more people comment. I don't know, but you can't open that. You know that. You can't open that.
I know.
But you can watch your PS1 on the YouTube, but that one you can just watch like that.
Elsa and his teammate landing at the drop spot of the team that won game number 1, which is now free.
Nice adjustments there from Elsa. Looking nice, snowy, frozen. I think one big thing too from Mini, right? He's talking about vending machines and ammunition on one side. Every time he speaks Monster, it feels like I visited an ice cream machine. It's sweet, the info he gives out.
Yeah, definitely. And he's definitely a package.
In the business. And yeah, now we can see exactly what the winning spot from Aaron last game will do for Elsa and Fuse right now. I mean, I think one big thing for that spot, for this situation in general, that last game was so unique, Monster. Almost a painting in terms of the way the zone looked, right? Greasy, left side, double pull. You don't usually see that. Now they're going for a very common south side desert type beat going on. It kind of pulls towards the east as well. Also, we'll be playing a natural game on the South Rockies, so it's going to be tough overall to see the same type of pressure that they can have from the spot.
Yeah, very contrasting zones from game 1 to game 2. We get to see a little bit of everything now, so let's see how the players perform on that other side. This area is much different terrain-wise. You can see these little hoodoos. The sundown once my
Southside Store invited you to come party.
you can kind of build up on top of. They'll be the hosts of the teams that are
Yo, bro, that's Twitter. Oh my goodness, bro, what the hell?
Had a pretty decent game 1, an okay start for them.
What the fuck was that just now?
I turned on notifications for your stream. Hey man, I'm trying to surprise my friend for his birthday.
What?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I can't be joined right now, busy. Okay, this sucks. Hold on, let me just change the region. Perhaps it's because I'm in different.
No, the region isn't supposed to be changed. It is on Europe. Just try again.
I don't know. I started the lobby on in a East region.
For real?
Yeah. Remember, I can.
What?
Because I can choose my regions, bro.
I know, but Europe also shows it.
I'm trying to join. I don't know. See what happens. Matchmaking error. Can't be joined right now.
Should I send the invite?
Yeah, you try sending an invite.
Is this my controller? Or is this your controller? I mean, let's check. This is your controller. Oh fuck! I just fucked up your things.
No, it's still cool. Yeah, you moved it now. Why did you move it? Oh.
Okay, this is mine. What must I do again?
You need to invite Smartest Brick. This guy in front of me is killing the entire vibe.
Just watch the phone. Take him on. I can't invite him. I think you should invite him. I'm pretty sure you are the party leader. And you're on private, so.
Okay, hold on. I'll find a way.
Let's see if I can move a little bit back.
Curly will know exactly where these guys are coming from. He's ready to maybe even make a few edits, but they're also fighting with Time Monster. The zone, as soon as it locks in,
Oh, it still works, And there we go.
They don't want to stay in here for too long.
I don't like the wall though. I hate the wall. Did you just send me an invite?
No,
just do it again. Just do it again.
It's trying to join. There we go. I got it.
GG's. They fixed the picture. They fixed the picture though. I haven't seen pixelation in a while.
Dangerous position to be in, and they're inside the storm here. This is now officially a 2-tick storm that will start to do a lot of damage outside of course, the surge that is currently active, and now they need this tag so desperately here. Throw your double kegs down or something. You got to start healing now. There it is. Splashes start coming out. Kegs are coming down. Okay, they have time now.
Whoa, this lobby I'm jumping in is broken. Oh, there you go. That's me.
Just in the beginning, bro.
I look like I'm playing bloody Minecraft.
Streaming 3 platforms on 280 ping. Taking chances, bro. Taking chances.
I'm pretty sure it's not showing. Oh, it's showing up the screen. Beautiful. This is beautiful.
Just put my remote down.
They're actually rattling Hoofishy's body as he moves right above them as well, so that's going to be a freebie for them. Hoofishy though getting close and personal. Now Kaz is inside enemy territory.
I just feel stupid.
I'm not sure what the play is here for them because they're going to start to get picked off. It's a shooting fish in a barrel. And now it's just Polo as well. Another 70. This is the best case scenario for Polo. He might not be able to play out the game.
Oops, sorry. Apology.
How is this even allowed?
He's trying to figure out now where the extra tags are coming from. Kaz is like, oh, timeout. I gotta get the save here. He's inside.
Oh, nice. I got 9 followers. Beautiful.
Tag comes in, Polo. Full shield crack here. He's hunting. He should be able to close.
Okay, everybody. You can see my epic. It just has the underscore at the end.
This man does not care.
Not only that, Kaz dropped all his mats and everything, and it wasn't fully picked up. Polo.
And you should just make sure you're not muted. Just make sure you're not muted.
I'm definitely not muted, but I am muted on the PS4 controller.
Yeah, be muted on that though.
Maybe tunnel visioning just for that damage. They have so much of it though. They look good. That was one of the calls to make inside Fortnite.
Hey, that was a call, right? Yeah, we'll just call it that for now. You know they're gonna have to review that one, but that's what happened. He was so
You're gonna have to review that one.
He chose that box in particular. That down body was not there. That was it. Walker though, having a very tough time. Walker's in shadows. Really not making too many appearances. Many middling performances for them so far. That's a team that can win games. We've seen them do that before. Hamster getting active though, knocks onto Dauda. TK gets the finish there too. On the other side, Taco just finishes up the fight, and we can see what the punishment was, the trade, the payment that was losing Chewy here. So our third place team might just be focused out.
I hope I'll be making it to fucking NA. West. Right, it's east now.
Yeah.
The option for encrypted is just a chop out. I'm not sure if he's gonna be able to find that either.
I'm gonna be drunk by that time. If I was you, I would stay in the fucking stream because shit's about to come out.
It'll be tough for them to move on out at this moment because not only do they have to get past this spot, past this mini boss Taco up top, they have to also move in the zone.
Actually, you should use my other account and also stream fucking on my own Twitch. And you have 2 chances to be seen on one Twitch, dog.
Keep in mind that storm is doing around 5 damage a tick. So
Let's go. Let's go. If I don't see a kill, we're leaving.
A lot of old builds in front of them, but the focus now. Teams that are so situated, and this is what makes this
I'm just joking. I know how this FNCS goes.
They can see directly down into these valleys.
I don't look like one, but actually play pretty fucking well.
The difference in rotation between Thatch and Pamsto, and then we saw
Even RU Viral with us in the stream. Everybody go hit him up. RU Viral _. He's also cracked, my guy. He's like Justin. He's cracked at Fortnite. You know.
Exactly what he needs to do. This is maybe gonna drink a water. Think about the next game.
Yeah, you know, he thought about it. He's like, if I go off the mountain, it's game over. If I go down,
He won't even say thank you, and he's in my fucking Discord at this moment.
Well, thank you, man.
Well, fuck you too.
Dear God, I'm so busy. I'm trying to run everything at the same time.
I'm just playing, bro. You do you.
Teams in the distance, can they get the trades? Not quite. You might have to go up and choose that team above.
Oh, this is stressing me out. I need a cigarette. Fuck.
Those fights, that elimination they got before, not enough. Now down the wood, this is a telltale sign to the lobby. They are in a bad spot here. Hamster has to go up and literally face check this team with a shotgun shot.
You know what's a great idea? I want to plug an Xbox in, and then I want to call the stream. This is if you watch streams on X or stream from Xbox on the same channel, then I post from a PS5, and this is I'll be like, this is how it looks like when you stream from only a PS5 console. And then everybody's gonna change their mind about buying consoles. Oh, these people are fucking 37 below. They're gonna get shocked, bro.
They're gonna get broken. No doubt about it.
Yeah, they're gonna be shocked. I know they're in line. I need to go take a pee, but I'm not really into this match because it's so open. It's like, it's kind of weird.
They fumbled a traversal bag, and now he's just stuck in a sandstorm in low ground.
Y'all should just go check the stream of Blaz now. You'll probably see that this is really open. We got this though. Oh shit. I would not. Yep, you're gonna get killed out of the sky, bro. Everybody, yep. I told you. I'll never fucking go there. Never. If you went to the left side, maybe. But probably not.
Just set up everyone for failure. The punishment comes into whomever had a little bit of zone favor there, and the positioning, the base, the setup. Look at this. Ill has no heals to work with right now. He loses his teammate, and he's a little too far to share anything. It's not looking good. Another southern pull. It's another max distance. Oh my.
Yo, Ila said no mids. He's on 48% health and he has no mids. But that, you'll probably still get that placement. Just keep live, you know, until he can, maybe.
Kid looks focused. Not bad, bro. What's the second match? 61 points already. He has a chance. They could definitely go up to. Oh, that was
the first match, bro. No?
No, game 2 out of 6. This is second match.
Oh, this is the second match. Apologies.
Yeah.
They are scrapping by with nothing. Look at Redux's loadout. Look at Roadstruck's HP. This is tough situation after tough situation unfolding here. Redux has to give it up. Yes, actually leave his teammate behind and a potential down opportunity there. The zone does the rest, but the punishment's been dealt. The siphon keeps him in. Can he get more?
I just have to turn my music up a little bit because I don't like the comment. Bless myself.
That's funny.
Bless myself.
That's funny.
I'll be back now. No, that was the wrong button. That was the wrong button. Music. And then I just want no audio. I'm so fucking stupid sometimes. There we go. That's better. That's better.
In an end game here, somehow managing to stay alive in what was the most difficult zone we've seen today. Of course, it is just game 2. Many more in front of us. Cease at 4 eliminations, they at 2. It's like a different type of player we're watching right now. Get active here. Goes for the wall take. Sneaks off the side here. Days down, though. Not a great trade. And uncharacteristically, he didn't get the exchange there. So it's up to Cease by himself. The grapple up. Finally beginning to use it this late in the game. And the one build, the build that he needed most to stay alive, is going to keep him there. Jelly and Clixie still up right now. 6 elims for them, too. They're just rocketing their way back into the standings.
The question is, who in the sand can build a castle big enough to be able to take on the high ground team of Blake and Vert? We know they're powerful, we know they're strong, and they have the materials to last the whole entire game. Revise a bunch of these solos. It's not going to really be enough for them from this point on.
Oh, come on, stop buffering. I'm gonna lose my fucking shit.
Don't open it on a laptop, bro. Don't open the Twitch.
That's YouTube. My Twitch is running.
No, don't open Twitch. Trust me. You're gonna fuck us.
Oh, well. You haven't felt it at all, have you? I figured it out.
I don't know, probably.
You see, what I did is I just transferred my chat block outside of Twitch because that's what kills it, because it's constantly updating with my stream elements. I'm just gonna have a smoke.
They're still about the business. They don't want any fight, any type of say in this transaction. Clixie now, without a teammate, has to take on the duo. Do they know where everyone is? No, it's just Pledge by himself in a 1v2.
Clixie took out Degen. Pledge is left by himself now. Vert and Blake gave up high ground. Just methodically as well. They come down when they sense a little bit of pressure, and here they are. They have a couple mats, but they must be wondering, how did we manage to turn this around, and do we have the advantage right now? Well, they have the manpower, but now it's up to hit the shots here. We saw what they did last game. A second place, now looking to go for first. Pledge has to do something big. He has to do it now. Here it is. He had it come through. A beautiful angle. Down goes Vert. He's got so little health, but no, he sneaks away the side there. But
it does view like horrible.
He's smart to stay back right now and not reveal himself because he does not have material. Blake and them are now realizing that. They know it. They turn around.
Oh my goodness. GG's.
Fishing, hook, line, and sinker, the bait. He falls for it from the high ground. So close overall for Pledge.
That was amazing. Watch this replay. This
Blake, Vert, not only are you powerful, you guys are geniuses.
And also,
beautiful.
Let's be honest, very, very lucky. They pulled incredible.
Oh shit.
Sometimes that's all it can take to really make.
And then there was 2 against 1. You know, his health is done. Their health is. Oh shit. Finals. Ghost, you going to finals. Yo. Ghost Blake, you're in the finals. Anthology Vert Max. I never heard of 33 actually, but everybody shout out to 33 Max. Go check him out, he's probably up.
So from the west to now the east, we are getting so much in play here. But of course, now we get to see who's in the top 6.
Thank you so much, MDF and Shio. We saw Vert and Blake in the top 6 beforehand, but they're no longer going to be there because they have made their way to the finals to get second place in game 1 and then to get the VR in game number 2. They are going to be a big contender in the finals. And Jacob, I know you're feeling pretty good right now.
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling great. I keep talking about it. The curse of Westman's Pass is over. And Ghost, Blake, and Vert right now just got to be feeling on top of the world. But Degen and Pledge, though, from the bottom of the world, not going to be on top. But they got back-to-back great placings with a great number of eliminations. Now that Blake and Vert qualified, they have to be sitting in first.
Yeah, and they're hitting pretty much the reverse card right now. He didn't plan last game. That first game, they were on the high ground. And then throughout those moving zones, they got to take it from them. Right here, they're like, listen, we just had this happen to us last game. Let's try it out. They go up for the high ground, try to take it in the moving zones, and it works out. But they're left with only a solo in Pledge to do it in a 1v2 situation. And unfortunately, he does lay some great shots here onto Vert, but it doesn't end up working out. But I want to talk about that situation from Vert there because he kind of bait and switches those shots out. As Shio said, he takes a bunch of damage, and he knows that Blake has all of those chug splashes off in the zone, and Vert actually runs to Blake and joins in on the healing process, so that way Pledge does not get the knock and or the siphon. Really well played.
Yeah, which was very, very important because a lot of people probably questioning, why did they give up the high ground? Why? But if you look at the amount of pressure that they're putting on the lobby, it's just relentless. Blake, from 354 small bullets, he had nothing left over by the time that vinyl zone appeared. They were sitting good on Surge throughout the entirety of the game. And it goes to show that last qualifier or last semifinals, that bad finish at the end, it's not even in their mind anymore.
That right there, I love that, Kelly. They were using the zip line to get from mountain to mountain. Otherwise, there's no way they're making that rotation.
I think that speaks to their confidence and their know-how. So many of these teams wouldn't use that zip line, and so many teams wouldn't give up. And look at him. Yes, this reaction. It is so good. And I know that you were doing the exact same thing, Jacob.
Maybe rehearsed it. Maybe we rehearsed it together because I did get a chance to kind of interview him, but that's where I kind of got a little bit of the insight. It's great to VOD review. It's great to watch these guys and try to figure out the little intricacies within their gameplay, but being able to talk to them, being able to converse with them and figure out their strategy firsthand, it's a whole different story.
And that's what helps them. You know, they're right next to their drop spot, Kelly, right next to Condo Canyon, down in that desert, so they're familiar with that area for sure.
And now they're going to be familiar with this area right here, our winner screen, everyone, for day 2 of the semifinals. They're going to be joining Naves and Aaron in the finals in the middle of August. But we're going to be taking a quick look at our top 10 leaderboard, of course. And now Degen and Pledge, of course, not much of a surprise in our first place spot. But Costa and Zeus thundering in second place.
Yeah, actually, a team that has not made FNCS finals, so they are trying to make their first one right here. So it's great to see.
Just showing you all the stats. I'm gonna just do this a little bit. Look, that works right.
You know, you talked about them a bunch. They got to find their rhythm somehow, and it looks like it's starting to work for them today. I want to tell everybody at home that Miro is in the call today. He's playing that role
Choice made that.
for his ex duo, his ex
Yo, thank you to ND,
bro.
guys.
Oh, because they didn't even see those steps.
Performance out of these guys, and the reason why I want to really point this game number 2, because a lot of the stats, it's games 2 through 5 is where they skid down that leaderboard and have such poor performances, but it's great to see them move up 11 spots and really take control of their future.
Jacob, your puns never ceases to amaze me. Now, looking down here, of course, we have Kix and Sphinx in 4th place, also jumping up 11 points. We have Silver and Golden, and jumping up 18 points. Whoa, Crazy and Revise. My goodness, right there, showcasing just how much can change in these games. But that was just game number 2. We still have 4 more games to go, and we really don't see the top 10 leaderboard solidify until those final 2 games right now. But, I mean, obviously, you know, this is just game number 2 of the semifinals where we're seeing these changes to Storm Surge. And now that a lot of these players have kind of gotten used to it, what are the adjustments you're starting to see, Jacob?
I'm starting to see these guys obviously go for Surge very, very early on. You already talked about the switch-ups, that they're not necessarily carrying that any variation of the shotgun, to be honest. They're putting both that Striker Burst and their Stinger so they can output so much damage and really try to set themselves up for a good game, because then while the rest of the lobby is going through all that chaos, it's just easy, quick rotations.
And we were talking about it backstage. We're like, listen, this is way less aggressive than EU, so I feel like some of these players maybe haven't adjusted too much to the Storm Surge yet, and they're still trying to play that passive from range tag meta that we saw previously, but it's just not working here. That's why we're seeing a lot of teams in shambles positions.
We still have 4 more games to see that aggression, though, everyone, and maybe we're going to be seeing that in game number 3. Let's find out.
I hope so.
Game 3.
I actually heard a word that said.
Game number 3 of NA East, and Monster Deep Face for a second.
Now these two, as they better
It's all about tranquility.
a little bit.
I'm seeing it. We're seeing it play out. They're taking their time. Players are trying to feel it out, but how much more time do you have left? We're approaching the halfway mark now.
Yeah, the Zenness is kind of getting out of meditation mode. I'm not exactly sure what some of these players at the bottom of the side need to do. It might be time to get aggressive, rise all the way up, revise. I mean, he kind of overcame those hurdles on day number 1. He's now here on day number 2.
Maybe not.
Good. At the same time, is that enough to send him all the way to the finals?
And also, the leaderboard is telling us it's becoming closer and closer now. Look at the standings. Really pay attention to how many teams are able to jump up. 10, 15, almost 20 spots for some. Revised jumping 18. It's telling us that the points, the margin for the points is very, very close. And the teams that were doing very well have what? literally punch their way out. Vert and Blake are kind of opening up the field here. It's almost like a reset situation. But let's get on the Fortnite bus.
Yeah, pop-offs all around for the first 2 games. But this is where we switch the story up. It's about consistency. Who can stay now inside that top 6? Who can thrive and stay alive for the VR, getting all the way to the finals? And we'll find out in this game.
Here it is. Chonker Speedway is up first. Rocky Reels is going to be up early as well. And of course, we know those draw spots are contested. Snake and X have not found success against DGen and Pledge, but they're here to try it once again. DGen and Pledge are our #1 leading team. Although contested for the last 2 games, they land at the same exact spot. And look at this, DGen happily lands at the bottom section because he knows there's more loot here, but the shotgun, that's an advantage here.
I might just pass out. Yo, bro, you standing in front of my screen. What you doing?
Dude, I'm not in front of your screen, dude. You're laid back all the way. What's up with you?
Yeah, definitely not.
Look at this. Yeah, you better move, bro. God damn.
To get those people, bro. They come and stand right in front of you. That's why I choose like a kind of a side view.
Yeah. What's the fucking time, bro? Y'all won't believe me if I don't show you. So. Yeah, that's exactly almost 2 a.m.
And you can tell that this time
Fuck,
it's a much
man.
better start for them. They have a lot of loot, but the greed I'm seeing here, holding on to it, so hopefully he doesn't get ambushed.
Yeah, got to make sure you're balancing out gaining info and gaining a lot of that loadout and materials at the same time. The Fatch kind of different. I think they've spent so much time too.
You know what? I'm just gonna fucking roll some.
As a result, also struggle with search.
Look at this. Fash opened that chest and the loot spewed outside. He was like, where to go? There it is. He finds it. Picks up the pistol. The first opportunity to catch some long-range tags, and he gets 2. You know, I was talking to Mini Miner about Pamso and Fatch, and I've kind of figured out why they've been struggling every season, which is mind-boggling to me. They have always chosen
1, 2, 3.
Scrappy, just, yeah, let's make this work type drop spots, instead of saying, you know what, I'm going to take Greasy Work. Like, imagine giving a team like that an actual tier 1 spot, an S tier loot opportunity. I think we'd see it just a different form from them. Consistency, they have it.
Yo, I need to go take a pee though. I'll be right back.
It's actually really tough, and it might just be like a nature versus nurture type thing. I think W Carry used to play with these players as well. I'm pretty sure at some point, way back in the day, used to land junction. It might just be these guys who are used to the outskirts of the map, used to the scrap. That's where they were born.
The last time we saw an FNCS champion do that, oh yeah, there it is, Ghost Town. Never! They usually always claim the best spots, and for whatever reason, Pamso Fatch has not done that. We'll see though. Maybe I just need to tell them like, hey, you know, you ever thought about this?
Yeah.
But for season day, let's get on to the conversation at the Rave Cave. They're looking pretty good. They're in 3rd place, a big jump up for them, kind of putting them inside the conversation. And we counted them out. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still very much worrisome about the season day combo because making endgame seems to be the most difficult thing for them. But let's jump into this fight.
Chewy, Fable Taco. It's kind of like our prime time television right now, because this fight's happening almost every single game. This time, though, it's not taking the skies. It's down towards the ground. It's exactly where he actually wants to be around. Shiesty in the other box as well. Chewy's gonna be able to maybe get in, maybe get out. Doesn't really matter because this time Taco's the one coming up on top. Shiesty gonna get followed through with. Not sure that shot didn't take him out. It's a matter of time. Just pickaxe in. Is it another disrespectful finish? Nah, they wrap it up clean like.
2 elims, but outside, another team listening, lurking nearby, starting to walk their way into the Greasy Grove here. But they're a little too late. They're not going to find anything other than a healthy team that's on fire right now inside the top 6. Very, very nice. Those 4 points that they earned themselves, jumped them on up.
Very good, very nice.
Coasting under the radar.
Look at all these people just come sit in front of my fucking screen.
See, and this is what I talk about. Obviously, we know some of these real drop spots are gonna.
I don't want to stand up.
You know what? I could land here. I could qual from here.
But you can't fight Booga and Miro in finals.
That's right.
You know, you got to be able to adapt past that too. Maybe that's how we get some of the scrappers every season on the edges of the map, right? They can make it in, They can't get the maximum control. I like that theme. I'm going to keep coming back to it throughout the entire day. But Crazy and Revised, 11 spots gained on the leaderboard. And they're not even
You're not even using a cam. I think that chat thing in the corners work, bro.
Shadow and Walker, I feel like we saw them with so much control in the walls. Now they're kind of just like the feature of everyone else's tracks. We see them third-partying so many fights unsuccessful.
That's some BS.
They're one of those scrappy teams that play the outskirts, and you can see it's been very, very difficult for them. They were that team that we were just talking about, lurking outside the Greasy Grove. They jump on Chewy, they jump on Taco. Nothing comes from it. Looks like both sides are going to hit a little bit of a neutral stance here. Walker's in Shadow holding cones right now, just looking at what's going on here. While Chewy's trying to farm up his metal. This is a part of his actual loot route, by the way. They want to get these materials. So the longer Walkers and Shadow allow them to do that, the more Taco and Chewy are kind of sticking to their game plan. And that's the difference between the two. Walker and Shadows do not want to be there.
Look at that, No Sweat Summer. In all its glory, Rogue Shark and Redux. Get such a nice view as they rock all the way in, but the sweatness, it's active here for these guys. I mean, they've been contested off spawn for an entire day on Friday. Now we tune into day 2, Saturday, and they finally kind of get to play the game. Still, top 8, really good after 2. They want to solidify that into a top 5.
And right as I was about to say, that was the most peaceful glide in the most aggressive meta we have ever seen. Redux just get shredded by Snake and Except there. All good things come to an end. And for Except, that's where all of his shields are going to be reinvested to get him back in the game. For Simple and Okies, that conversation is only just beginning for these two right here. Keep them in mind. Going into the qualifier today, getting their first opportunities now to go ahead and try to go to the finals here from the semi-stage. D-Roller and Knifey on high ground. This is their strategy. This is their identity here. Play for the big towers. Whoa, but they got problems.
It falls. All the tiles topple. Knifey, though, has the shot on the right side. They have a little bit of control still, but oh my god, the amount of investment for that one. Half mats on every single avenue. This is tough for the duo.
50% of their material gone in an instant, just like that. And to save themselves is going to cost them so much more, as there are so many teams looking in.
It's a circle, actually. They're the target right in the center. Literally the crosshair of the entire lobby. 2 teams here. They have to stay at peace, Monster. If they fight, that's 5 teams shooting at you. That's not a star that looks pretty. That's damage for this height. Or not even height, the hill team.
I'm not gonna lie. If I was Knifey and D-Roll, I would have taken that so personal, and that would have been a box fight. That would have been a box fight.
You would have not let that slide.
Yeah, no. I'm getting my mats back, brother. Empty the pockets. We're here. Revised and Crazy GGs on the outskirts of the map. How did they find 11 placement spots worth of success to jump them up to top 8? It's like this. It's playing these outer edges. It's taking these scrappy fights.
Still, every artist, Monster, in the history of music, in the history of this performance, they can make one-hit wonders, right? They can have a good game, rise 11 spots. It's time to turn out that album, stay in the top charts, right? I think that's the challenge for Crazy and Revise.
It is true. And I mean, we're early enough in the tournament that one big game is going to tell us like a huge story, right? It's gonna jump you up so many spots like that. We'll see if that consistency can stick through. Look at that. We were wondering what teams were in the distance. Looking at Knife and D-Roller, but for Day and Cease, they've now left the Rave Cave. They're outside the Tilted Towers. They're making their way in. We know what troubles are in front of them. It's Illest, it's User. It's, of course, Jock, who lands here as well. It's Scoped, it's Visuals that are in this general area. There are a lot of respectable, formidable teams that are here at the Tilted Towers general area. Cease and Day are now entering into that territory. Here comes the map. Let's see where it's going to reveal. It's going east again, but this time not to the desert. It's to the islands.
I'm wondering if we knew that behind the scenes or something. There's no way we just showed off the entire side of the map with the fireworks. Now we're going there as well. Got to figure out the strat. Zeus and Costa. Going to be so difficult for them to keep pulling all the way towards the right. I'm getting pulled by Minnie's attractive brain as well behind me. I need to know what it's thinking.
It's thinking many things, and one of the things that it's thinking right now is, of course, Pamsto. Monster, you knocked their drop spot. Look at their loot. They're stacked. They have a lot of materials. They have a lot of loot. They have a lot of heals as well. So let's see how these guys fare with all these materials and all that loot going to endgame. Haji boxed up in the center of zone, not quite finding enough tags. So we saw D-Roller and Knifey boxing up next to them. Will they take that fight? We'll have to wait and see. And look at this from Rogue Shot, using flipped ramps to protect himself from that oncoming fire. This is absolutely textbook stuff.
Lovely opportunity to break that one down there for me, Miner. And honestly, I'm right. I think I'm still right. I think they need the big drop. We'll see, though. That's a fun little breakdown there.
Oh, it's nice. That's the LSS from Mini. The loot, the surge, and the smartness overall. It's tough for Haji, though, right? Mini mentioned it. They're kind of looking down bad. We saw it as well on stream for a little bit. They're one of the, I think, the last spot team coming in, looking to really go toe-to-toe, tussle with the competition here on day number 2. And they're struggling with that surge overall. That being said, it's really nice to see Rogue Shark allowed to play the game. One of the questions I asked and Mini now answered is, how are they looking after they have an uncontested drop? Him and Redux rocking this mid-game. Good so far.
Sphinx and Kicksto. Problem on the horizon here is Day and Cease are just holding him out, and this is what Day will do. He sits behind while Cease rotates in front of him, and Cease is running back.
Oh, I see a bunch of cables underneath me.
Open. Of course he is. We have to move.
We are leaving.
Look at the time they lose. They lose a valuable 10 seconds. They can be so far ahead of the zone. And Cease and Day continue to trend on the tug of war. Day's like, we need surge, let's fight.
Why
Cease is
you
like, we need the zone, let's run.
so hard every
They're both
day,
right for
dog?
now. Day had a shot maybe on the
I
right side,
don't
wanted to come back, and they trade for it. It's timed overall because the zone's starting to move. Now they got to operate on the fly, and Day usually lands those shots. It's unfortunate, especially from this position. Now they go all the way down to 125. Cease will lead the charge. But man, I feel like they're better at finding these tags when they're split.
Let's see it though. They have a very, very long move, and the shots continue to rage on. Meanwhile, on this safe side of things, it's still sunny in paradise. The sun's setting over here. Jelly and Clixie are inside that top 8. They're above the surge. They have plenty of time to get somewhere. And you can see he's marking out other powerful locations that they can continue to farm up. That's all they want to do right now is get their loot together.
Why you such an asshole? Why you gotta act dog?
This far away from
Why you gotta?
And I think Clixie and Jelly are going to find out real soon that they just might have to get really close to other teams, other enemies.
Fatch and Pamsto are fine with being kind of like on island isolation. They're jamming out inside the builds. They have an instance of where all the bases are, and they're so far above that threshold. We saw an instance of that. Pamsto off the drop finds a few tags. Fatch runs around past the drop, finds a few tags. They're sprinkling it down over and over again. Zeus and Costa for them is usually a little bit of an all-in. They're siphoning up all the pressure from Adinio and Bahalik up top.
Meanwhile, Cease and Day are inside the storm now. Tags onto Vill. It's a great shield break there from Cease. That's the clutch that you need right there. 70 minimal surge he just picked up from that far is going to keep them above. And that's why we talk about, if you do not hit those shots, if you don't capitalize on those opportunities, you are going to pay for it, especially now more than ever. So Cease really putting up the clutch hits when it matters. There it is. They should be getting safe for Kicks and Sphinx, though. The team that was quite literally leading in eliminations at some point are now trailing behind. And that's because they've decided to stay a little too close to Cease and Day. And Aviv, or AV and Golden here. This is 3rd, 4th, and 5th, all in the same general area, trying to rotate together now. Sphinx is going to fall if he gets directly to the zone. Full finish. Kicks is now by himself. D-Roller is focusing in. Here comes the rest of the lobby. Sound the alarms. Down goes Kicks.
It's done. It's now just 3rd and 5th. Rotating on this part of the entire storm. This pull still leaving so many inside that damaging zone. Jack and Nosh in a little bit of trouble. They're having issues with Surge. They're getting invaded inside the box. Simple and Hocus, they're hungrier. Just wanted more. And Jack goes down. Kaz is the one that actually hits them first before they fall. So Simple and Hocus, they will not have the points for that Elin.
Pretty unfortunate because they're going to use the tags as well. Day and Cease do so much damage during this whole entire thing. They're not finding Elims right now, but they are finding the openers. They're literally setting these teams up for failure. Every team they've hit so far has been just straight eliminated, just waxed.
They're on Cease's track right now, too. They're choosing to move instead of doing damage entirely. And because of that, damage is coming to them. It's kind of like chasing success, right? You don't do that. You just try to, you know, strive for
I don't know the
excellence.
players as well, so I can't call out they'll be good. I can't tell you because this guy's on 27 below, meaning they'll be shocked.
He is down.
That jumps him up as well. 81 above now. And the tech, you called
I
it.
don't know much of these players.
Remember, if you get shot while you're grapple gloving, you get dropped. But then if you get body blocked, there's nothing you can do at that point.
There's nothing really at all, and especially from that spot as well. It's max water. I feel like
Okay,
what are you grappling after that? There's no way you can swim either. Fashion Pam stone, ready.
I don't know.
Water guards basically. Checking if you have the visa to be there. Obviously not for scope for the moment. AV sliding back and forth, looking to see exactly what to do next. We're gonna just sneak in for this zone. So many players around them. I'm surprised that they even find a base, but it's good. We'll jump into somewhere else, though, out of the congestion. Imagine you get one spot on the beach, it's looking good, and then another team rolls up to you, and now you're sharing that. No one else is on the coast. They're both here together.
And teams can't look in either, so if they want to take this fight, I mean, they're clear to do so. Quar and Tab G don't have options. They're going to take this battle. Here it is. Armored Wall comes out, though. They're recognizing they need to do it, and the preemptive play there, they knew where they were going to go. Tabsy had to go for the wall, and they were there. They beat them to the punch so quickly, in fact, that they get the full elimination. And by the time Quar can even react to that, it's over. He's damaged too. 20's hurt, though. He is going to have to get saved. Those shots are attracting a duo nearby to the north. They should be fine. Double armored wall's okay, buys him a little bit of room here. Quad gets some tags too in the process, but how far can he take this? Yeah, he doesn't have match, Shio. He's going to have to finish this fight here.
On the other side, I think even with this time now, Rhythm hasn't really hit a shot
You're
yet.
muted, buddy.
My headset's flat, dude. I'll have to charge it.
Put it on charge.
I'm just waiting for match 4 and 5. That's where the action starts.
Yeah,
I don't know.
tell Jakey to give me a follow as well. I accepted his friend request. He owes me a follow.
Jake is not online, dude. No, it's not Jakey, it's Jake.
It's a kid though, so it's Jakey.
I need some coffee. I'm gonna put my headset on charge. Would you kindly remove your camera just for a second there?
Why?
Don't get too many opportunities here, but they have the chance for the glide. This is trouble. You're gliding in between 17 different eyes and no
God, really serious.
straight into the bush. What is this from Taco? What kind of move? I'm not sure, but it worked.
Hey, he saw the player there firing shots out. He's like, well,
We ain't worried about you, buddy.
enough to maybe scare him off. And I guess it does work.
Chewy followed. Kind of scathed, but how did they live? I'm not sure. Everyone else just runs in. Look at the amount of mats they had to use to get the spot. Taco, because he's low, he makes the desperate move. He now has mats to be able to play the end game.
There's also 6 matches.
You're gonna need more than many.
Kazanu Fishy find AV on the other side of the wall there. Golden's hurt too.
How are they alive?
I don't know, but he's barely holding on. Shots are coming in. He manages to fend them off for just a brief second there. For 20 seconds, this zone's closing.
I can literally still hear you in my headset, or on my dual sense rather.
You're gonna have to turn the controller off, though.
Tired of that now. He wants to just see red. He wants to deal as much damage as possible. 418 above. He just wants points at this point. Oh my goodness. Straight to goose throats. And each
Or you're gonna have to still put your headset on.
He's gonna be able to live too long.
Then you just play to that, put the volume on like 0.
He's in now. Armored ramp. It's good. He has the med mist. He gets to live for longer.
He throws out all these armored walls. He's like, nope. I'm saving myself. I'm protecting this base. And he does manage to live. That was crazy. So this allowed him to actually get a lot of potential placement points. The opportunity is going to open before him. Chewy is getting tagged by the Storm Surge there alongside Taco. That's not looking good. Meanwhile, you have Pamstu and Fats just nearby as well. 24 below. They need a single burst to connect here.
There's like a petri dish of bacteria at the bottom side of the zone. So many people clumped so close together vertically. Costa Zeus, first place overall on top. They're going to be moving with Elite, Glace, Fatch, Pamsto, except Snake. A few people already jumping into the water. They're going to spread like wildfire right now through the waves, but nothing just yet for the duos that are going to be in trouble. Taco on the backside, he cannot take any zone damage at all. One person down is Accept. Such freedom for Taco.
Turn my music down a lot.
Finds so many mats, finds the splashes. It's time to build in.
Starting to get at the end. I'm gonna start getting into this. I just really want
more things picked up, even more splashes, and he has them in tow. He's using Costa's build in front of him as a distraction from everyone else. This is a perfectly formed story for Taco. He's the main character. This man has plot armor on this rotation.
Those people be standing. Oh, this works. This works. This works.
That was huge.
The plot armor was not thick enough. There were cracks.
Perfectly.
Oh no.
Don't do that. Yeah.
It's the mid-season finales. You never know
Okay.
what twists happen in these zones. So close overall for Fabled Taco. And I guess that's what happens when you let him live off the early game.
But it was impressive.
Yeah.
It really was impressive. I had so much hope that it could have worked out there. Pamphlet Batch also, I mean, they make the rotate. They were together, not anymore. Pamphlet now by himself here. Another max distance draw. This is crazy because this is where they land. And you would think they'd have, you know, maybe a little bit of favoritism because they have this area, but they picked the wrong island too early, too soon. And it's just been ping-ponging back and forth here. So now he's got the biggest problem, the biggest task in front of him. How does he cross over? Grapple gloves are coming out. They're firing everywhere here. So he is left to go on foot. This might work out for him, but no. Players lurking by, players with equal issues here.
Even if it was just one player,
I'm bummed about the full diet.
The mats he had, it just would not be enough. There's just
I just can't do nothing about it.
this entire move. Just one player with pressure can take him down, but if no one looks at him, he's going to be fine. Moving through every single build, no one's going to actually find him at all.
But I won't complain.
Seen wins before in qualifier 2. We're going to have one in semifinals day 2 to rack in that VR. Perfect armored wall from AV. How he's alive is a mystery. The scientists and analysts all across the world. If this man makes it deep into this game, converts even more points, I'm going to be flabbergasted.
It's crazy because he's in the cascading placement points as well. Every team that falls here, every moment that he's alive, he is earning more and more value for his time here as a solo, which is absolutely incredible. Not to mention, he found those elims to keep him alive here, so he didn't just get it for free. No, he had to fight for it on high ground. Tragix and Dom might just be our winners of this game, but it is way too early to call here as the zone bounces so far back. AV, the problems continue.
He's having a lot of trouble in this mid-ground, but he has the option of switching layers. You mentioned height. They're running out of ammunition. They're running out of materials as well. AV, these armored walls put down at the perfect time. It's like I'm watching this man at peak performance. Chapter 2 Season 1 type vibes way at the agency. It's looking so good from him. Way back to form. TK though, losing ritual sometimes, it's like a rocket. Losing its thrusters, he's already so close to the moon. He can get activated, he can get aggressive. He has nothing to hold back and leave behind. Simple's lost Ocus. Does he have the same effect? I'm not sure. Lots of rattling pressure all around him. He's kind of stuck in all these hills.
Seeing Cease and Day alive as well. Here it is. Cease gets taken out. Day's by himself. No time to pop the minis. Dom's got a direct angle on him. And Cease has to go. Day has to go. But no, they get finished instead. Unfortunately choked out there. Here's TK.
It's looking good for Cease and Day, though, finishing that off in first overall. So they're still climbing those rankings. People will take them over, but the consistency is key.
Kaz and Fishy also being consistent right now. Now inside the top 5. 4 elims. Looking very, very good here. And a dead side. Outskirt rotate. I love this. But can they control the high ground or this low ground position here? That's the difference between the best low ground teams. They have the front side, but they fight for it and they win these. Kaz gets punished first. He has to give it up, and there's a new king of low, but it's all right. They're working their way in. Now out of material, though, TK hunting on the heels of all the opponents. Armored wall comes out. Maybe he wanted it up top, so he's going to have to slide out the side here. And there it is, the full heal. He pauses, he's dipping around. High ground looks like it's open. He's gonna slide his way across his outskirt here. Casino Fishy damage on the low, but he finds one for the problems. It's 20, and the follow-up. Shadows behind the walkers is here. They finally make an end game.
They're moving into the jungle right now with TK. The question is, does the big man sleep tonight, or does he roar and bite? No! Put down, silence the main. Not grisly enough. Illis now, losing users in this spot. It's a shadow of a spot to be in. It's going to be fine for the moment. He's not going to find too much placement from it either, though. Kaz has to use everything. All of his HP is matched to get to this spot, too. A bounce back blesses him. We're going way backwards in these builds. Huge for Shadow. What an angle to have as well. He cannot confirm the elimination on the right side. Kaz will be able to escape. He can't really play that zone. High ground still rattling down. Illis somehow alive. and avoiding a lot of this damage. Shadow and Walker, they just have so much control of the bottom lane right now. No one can play their own game. Absolutely chomped this Illist at the bits.
That was big right there. That's going to give them another set of elims, the refresh that they need. It's a 2v2. Dom and Tragic's on high ground with 9 elims, trying to make it 11. Meanwhile, the low ground has about 7. Walkers and Shadow are here to fight.
Dom Tragic's happy they're in the top 5, but this is still desperate to get to this spot. We know they've been running on fumes to get here too, so materials might not be there in tow for them. Shadow dropped everything down to Walkers. He's going to be the person active, looking for the final shot in this fight. Tragic and Dom, though, they get to just share all these builds. Shadow now looking for a few shots, too. They're rattling back and forth. There is pressure, and Tragics has dropped down. Bounced back up, side to side. On both! He lands a big one. The Siphon's also there. It's up to Dom for the cleanup! Oh my god, Dom! No way from the backside of the zone. They go straight to finals.
And that was so close there for a moment. The young ones almost had it. Shadow, Walkers almost pulled through to make another FNCS finals appearance, but no, Dom and Tragics were there to follow up in close fashion.
They were in the chair with the big brain. Shadow and Walker had everything ready in that moment. The bait and switch that we just saw before. Dom smelled it coming. No chance with the 2-shot in tow. No chance with this big man just ready to go. It was so good from him to drop on this backside, have the peaks, have the damage, and the commitment to go straight to finals.
They were one build away from a different storyline, but the narrative is here. Dom and Tragics are going to finals from Game 3 with a big victory royale. And you know what? They did it in excellent fashion. They were one of the few teams to actually take high ground extremely early, hold it all the way through, textbook as well, and then win that one.
These 2v2s are amazing to see in every semifinals day. We get like a contender, a challenger all the way up top, ready for the end game, and then chaos all the way till then from low ground monster every single time. It's awesome.
Hey man, well listen, that is only the halfway mark. Put the line in the sand. We get to see what's going to unfold next.
Just like Monster said there, Dom and Tragics absolutely dominating the high ground and knowing when to drop down, but it almost didn't work out for them. Luckily, though, they were able to clean it up with a 1v2.
Yeah, thankfully, he did have that auto shotgun in hand.
Fuck, I was just muted the whole time. Okay, well.
Phenomenal clutch from him. And we
that was amazing ending. I didn't expect somebody to go into the storm at the last second.
Did they throw it? Did they not? But no, Dom was playing that angle very, very well. But honestly, coming into this endgame, Jacob, they had so many eliminations.
Yeah, and it's honestly great to see a huge change up from yesterday, where a lot of these low ground teams were kind of slipping in, getting that victory royale. But today, Dom Tragics do it from the high ground. They held it through the majority of the moving zones, and they were able to just put that relentless pressure. But keep note right there between Dom, he doesn't have that striker burst AR. He's set up for those close quarter combat exchanges.
And here we have it, a winner graphic, guys, joining our other 2 teams that grabbed the victory royales there. It's going to be Dom and Tragics. Congratulations, joining the likes of Blake and Vert and the Naves and Aaron. And, you know, looking at these 3 teams right here, obviously we have some similarities between 2 and 3, but I think having Naves and Aaron up here showcases that anyone can really win.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it being their first FNCS finals, they are making it through, so congratulations to them. But Dom and Tragics, again, we see another higher ground win. For this time, though, they actually were able to hold it from about that 5th zone. The first team we've seen be able to do that, and honestly, the difference was just how many mats they had at the start of it. But honestly, I want to talk about it. They had 11 eliminations at the end of this game, which means that they essentially take 22 points away from any of the other players that are in this lobby because they do go directly into the finals.
But you also know that means that they were probably going to be in the top 6 after that game, now opening up a spot in our top 10 leaderboard. And of course, Cease and Day, incredible job right there, currently sitting in 1st place. But look how close the leaderboard is. There's only a 1-point difference between 1st and 2nd there. And then, of course, how close 4th, 5th, and 6th are. Even, wow,
what's this point,
jumping
guys?
up 13 places,
That's crazy, bro.
13 placements for them, Ritual and TK.
We're gonna have to get placement and kills to change that.
Really taking it in stride and taking it by storm, but the common thing right here is those eliminations. Kaz and Hoodfishy, though, I know you talked about them yesterday. It shouldn't be no strange thing that they're sitting pretty here right now.
Yeah, very, very consistent team. Happy to see them towards the top of the leaderboard. But who is on the top of the leaderboard? It's Cease and Day. Seeing them make another endgame, they actually have the most placement points out of any team, so they have proven that they are the most consistent at getting into those endgame situations. And honestly, I feel like Miro has got to be putting in some very good comms into their ear right now, because before for today. We saw some struggle with them getting into the end game, but with this more aggressive format, they usually take a lot more mid-game fights. But as you can see here in this game, 0 eliminations all the way in these moving zones. They're not really looking for them. They're just getting their surge and they're getting these placement points, which is working out really, really well so far.
Yeah, and I like the way you're talking about those placement points, because that's the statistical story for me, is those games 2 through 5, they're not averaging very many points, but games 1 and 6, that's where they're picking up a lot of those points. And I asked the question during one of our breakdowns in previous qualifiers is, can they keep that momentum going? I think they've found what they've been looking for.
On the opposite end of the spectrum, though, we can see Pamstone Fatch going more for the eliminations, actually only having 40 placement points right there. And obviously, there's more ways than one to be able to make it into the top 6.
Yeah, which is really, really incredible, because we sort of look at Pamstone Fatch, we think very, very consistent, but they're finding a way to consistently find the eliminations today, and it's working wonders. I mean, 5th zone right now, they have 100 builds to work with, and honestly, at this point in time, we see a lot of these teams have, you know, the likes of like 50 and something like that, but even losing Fatch early there, Pamstone still putting up a great fight. And talk about great fights, I mean, what about that AV run, Jacob?
Oh, it's actually legendary. I talked about them as well, where they played so well in those round 3s of all of those qualifiers, even reaching the top of the leaderboard at one point. But it's in these set lobbies. They began to crumble and fall, but they're picking up the pieces of the past. They're piecing them together. The picture is clear.
There was so many plays where it looked like it was going to be done and over for these teams right here, and I can imagine we're going to be seeing more of that in game number 4. So casters, take it away.
Game 4. And that's it right there. The map dynamic continues to evolve with the win of Dom and Tragics. Another team steps to finals to contest potentially the late.
Be right back, yeah.
Also, it gives strategy for the players currently.
Yeah, and they also kind of, you know, contest and qualify so much earlier than usual. You know, they usually when it comes to Dom and Tragics, qual 2, qual 3, or maybe just deep in the semis, that's where they kind of rock. And they can see everyone else now, and how things will go for the rest of the day.
That's right, but here it is. We're starting to get closer and closer now. Consistency points are beginning to break away. You saw on the European region, that cutoff really started to jump up towards the end, but you need to get those wins, and you're starting to run out of time here. If it's your first time showing up today, it's okay. You know, you got some more time to warm up, feel it out. This is a different game we're talking about.
Yeah, now the top 6 definitely solidifying overall. Game 4 turning point to who can stay, who has to go. I'm excited to see how it actually just all drives out.
Hey, well, you don't have to wait much longer. We all know what's coming next. It's that beep beep here shortly, and we are ready, because you know what? Game 4 is going to be an explosive one. We have a lot of stories that will continue to unfold. Greasy Grove, the contested drop there. Will our Fable, Taco, and Chewy be able to win this one out? Cease and Date, they have the Rave Cave. We're going to find out.
The bus is ready. Game 4 is underway. I'm so excited to see which one of these personalities we've been watching every single day can rise out, get out of the semis day 2, won't have to play semis day 3, and go straight all the way towards the finals.
That's it. It's all about the finals. Who will pull the golden ticket off the envelope? That is all that matters. And of course, if you make it to finals, you get that prize and guarantee just for, you know, making it to those stages, of course. So it's not all for nothing. Take a look here. Shadow and Walkers, the late lurking team that continues to sneak on into Greasy Grove, now jump up to the conversation to be a bubble squad. For Fable, Taco, and Chewy, they still continue to be kings of the drop here. They touch down first, they get the tags. Degen and Pledge, though, yeah, we should have talked about them. They need to win this. They got taken out so early last time. A big shot here from Degen. But what? Lets the guard down, the 2-shot turnaround. What happened? Oh, no.
This is just tough. Pledge actually just gives away exactly where he is. Yeah, it's a third party taking shots from all different sides. Snake's down there, though. They're so good at this top-down kind of breakaway monster. They've pinched Degen and Pledge over and over again.
Where?
It's NPEN, way out in the distance. Him and Mason having trouble off spawn. They might have switched things up entirely as well. Mason's gone down early so much. We also blinked and missed the fight with Taco and Chewy. But it looks like it's going same old, same old. 65 points, 8th place while being contested every single game.
That's the fastest they've also gotten those eliminations. Let's take a look back. Fable Taco plays the bush. We've seen this before. Shiesty's hurt. Aoxy's hurt. Chewy steps up, wins this fight.
I know why they're hurt too. I saw it on the glide, and Aoxy taking a lot of damage coming in. Right, Shiesty trying to provide support. Him also, third party. They tried to land in the middle again. I think it's a bait and switch. Taco landed on the outskirts. Very nice.
This team here, Zeus and Costa, they were actually contested in game 1. You saw on the feed, they were getting those early eliminations. That was all it took for the team to give them the drop. Chonker Speedway and now it's all theirs. And they have maintained that momentum ever since, not letting go. They now are in second place here, trailing into this fourth game. Here on the outskirts, though, Illust and User are having problems on the front. Amphifats don't typically go this way towards the Sleepy Sound, but this is the difference. The zone, for the first time, is pulling in this general area, and they're willing to fight for it.
They're so adaptive on this north side, and a lot of the times, as long as it's not a max south pull, Pamstone and Fatch can just do crazy things. I think they play the most different amount of Fortnite type games. Every single qualifier, every single finals overall. There's so much adaptation from their drop spot on that northeast side.
What's crazy too is Illust and User jump up to 10 when they were so outside of the conversation, but they just had an incredible game that last round. And this is why they're there to contest for it. Wanted and Rion got freeze right out the sky.
All right.
Serbsky got the save, but that's not enough.
I'm calling it now. I'm renaming the reboot van to the refresh van because that's all it's giving a bunch of these players. There's no type of reboot happening. I'm not seeing any players actually revived in, looking good, playing it all the way out all the time. It's just a freebie in the air.
More importantly, this is Condo Canyon. Blake and Vert won, open up the drop. 3 teams have jumped in to this area.
Oh, this is different for Season Day overall too. We're talking about people that have qualled and gone away. All their opponents qualled in the qualifiers, and Rave Cave has been open since.
Hey, and the fact that they did not actually finish inside the top 5, though, they had very, very middling performances. That's what gives us the biggest question mark about their overall performance leading into the finals. And we hear, some rumors around, Season Day are getting coached by Miro or something like that. He's helping his rivals potentially make it. They're not going to have those same extra levels of support come finals day.
Hey, it's win-win for Miro either way. He can get another Rave Cave team into the mix and sleep peacefully at Chonkers.
Yeah, one less team for him to worry about on opposite side of the map. Really doesn't matter at that point. Golden AV, man. AV looking like he put on his former glory suit and just went wild in that last game. But that's what we wanted to kind of see from him. And we talked about that yesterday, actually. Remember, we said it. We was like, we just need to see AV play to his strengths. Get in that box, play aggressive. That's the way the game is right now. Adinho, a team that almost had a win. Don't forget it. They had that second place before. They just missed the opportunity, but now trying to claw their way back into this, fight their way back in. They're at 24 points, so not completely out of this tournament just yet, but they really have to turn up. They're going to need a win to go all the way. Okies and Simple have just managed to keep it simple, keep it low-key, keep it very simple and basic. And that has been the reason for their success.
Virtual TK may be getting a little bit too complicated with their strategies. Nothing really stuck just yet. I had high hopes and aspirations for how they would play, especially in this meta. But when everyone else is used to aggression, when everyone else is used to the surprises you supply on the field, suddenly
what game we in now?
Super rare card becomes the most common one that everyone's used to. Maybe that's why they're having trouble so far.
Did I miss something?
Yeah, these semis lobbies are what are left.
Oh, I'm a fucking. I think a mosquito just hit me on my face.
Stage to stage. And now the stakes are different too. The win conditions that open up really start changing everyone's outlook on how to play this out. For some, it's get the win, and only the win. Play for the win every time. That's why we see players like Zeus and Kolstead constantly looking to fight for high ground, play for the W.
I switched up Monster. I used to like Mini Miner, I love him now.
Oh.
And Nelson also switched up to Mini. What is that all about?
Don't worry, Shire, the feeling is mutual, and so is for Nelson right now. They were having a little bit of a tough time off spawn. Now they've switched up the drop. They've actually landed at Dolman Tragics' old home. Of course, they've gone through, so now it's freed up the north side of Loot Lake. We saw Freeze, of course, going down in this fight. And look at this beautiful 2v1 from Kurbsky. He saves the day. Unfortunately, cannot quite pick up the reboot and is now hiding away from all of the other players that might come along. Will he stay alive? We'll have to wait and see.
What does Serbsky doing? He's chilling by the rocks. Mini, though, this man is just vibing on high levels of intelligence and surveillance. I'm scared of Mini Miner, Monster D-Face. I'm not sure what else he knows.
Listen, he's got the eye in the sky. He can see everything while we're focusing on one POV. I kid you not. He's got 10 monitors in the back, a full map, notepad out, Discord open. I mean, he's really tuned in. You have a question, just drop it.
That should put me back in business for just a little bit. Sorry everybody, my headset just went all flat on me and I'm officially back. This is Ario Viro. If you're new to the channel, remember to press that subscribe button and also turn on your post notifications. So, what is this? Game 4.
To the north, though, looks like that Illest team is still there, and they're finally deciding to look down now. Shots start to come in. This is a battle that, again, we already saw the results almost conclude with before.
Yeah, I think it was Fatch who could have just landed one more shot, and that north team might have just got pounced on by these two. But he missed with that hammer AR. I wonder if User being able to just stay alive is going to have that much more of an impact.
Sitting edgy in another fight. This time against Sneaky and Polo. Saw what Polo did last time. He had that crazy two-man clutch. It didn't look like it was possible. That was the biggest feat that he's managed to put on here in today's semis.
No.
This is outside the shifty shafts. Sleepy sound though. More important really is happening here.
There's just cables everywhere, bro. It's like crazy.
Look at the defensive way they're setting up right now. Big brick base is out.
We know that Illis and User right now have not seen any other team so far. It's just been Pamso and Fash that have rattled them down with AR shots. Their only option on this side of the map, their only option in the game currently on screen, you can just see even on the minimap, is this team in front of them. They have to be forcing this type of box fight, forcing a rotation from them, and going for a few shots. Right now, unless we missed it when we switched over, they have nothing.
Yeah, they haven't. They were so isolated up north playing for max material that, I mean, I'm afraid that you might be right.
So they're going back.
An extra 20 HP there. Clonberry is going to go in and give him a slight advantage. I think they're trying to just play mind games here. They're circling back to Pamson Fast, trying to allow them to let their guard down. Like, yeah, we left, totally. Run across the street, open up for us to go ahead and do something here.
That's actually,
they don't really want to go south.
that's such a brilliant play, man. I mean, they were just putting heat on them. And then all of a sudden they decide, okay, wait, let's split away. Let them think that we're gone. And then after a couple of minutes, let's just push back. And then they probably open up and they're out in the street. And then we attack. It's actually quite a brilliant technique.
It's a brilliant technique, but they have to do better with these points, though. If they want to qualify in the top 6, you need points, bro.
Everything
if you
can
don't
change,
go for
bro.
the win, though. If you go for the win,
you can have 5 fucking points.
Yeah, you can have 0 points and win and go to the finals.
Exactly.
You won't have 0, obviously, because of placement, but just proving my point. Are you sure you don't want no alcohol?
I'm definitely sure.
The apocalypse or hurricane, Monster's house.
Leave it then.
Pull out the generators, turn on the barbecue. We'll do it.
I'll just get drunk on my own.
Enjoy that.
That everyday stuff. Yo, welcome to the stream, my guy. I really hope you do enjoy. I don't know why it looks like that. It's supposed to be like that.
It's so tough to be shooting.
I moved it a little bit. Apologies. Please drop a follow and you'll be follower number 20. Wouldn't that be amazing?
We know how good they are at battling. We haven't quite seen them play big end games, but when it comes to fighting,
64 points, not bad. But Team 9.
They're great. I'm trying to figure out at what point do they decide.
Well, yeah, I got killed by one of these skins many a times in Fortnite. Especially Arena. When you play Arena, you tend to run into these... It looks like... It's not a default skin. I don't know what you call this skin, but it's sweaty.
You're talking about Phaso's skin.
I don't know, this grey-ass nothingness skin.
Yeah, Phaso. Oh yeah, it's, I call it a sweat skin, bro. If that shit comes back in the item shop, there's a cop, no cap. You know, we have to have that because we see it always works. It works really well.
Seconds from yesterday, they are desperate to go back to that spot. The pressure of playing so well on day 1 and being behind the pack more than halfway through the competition, that might be huge. They go below that line now.
Here it is. Decision. That timer
Oh.
ticking on that bottom corner tells us
That was a beautiful tap. I didn't even see nobody.
That was a good tap, bro. That was a good tap. Like, he was watching for any sign of movement, not wanting to move on losing a bullet.
Company were trying to play that lurk strategy, and look at this.
It's just desperation. Fast Pams though, a straight line. Illis user, zigzag, back and forth from Sleepy, down south, way up north to one of the Lotus trees. And now they're lost way in that zone. That zigzag has bounced way too much back and forth. It's found no damage. They're gonna go rebounding straight back to the lobby at this rate. 139 below. They just need one full body confirmed. But they're running out of shields, so they'll be able to have that close range conversation. It's just tough. Illis now
150 below. Oh god, these poor guys. There we go. 86. Oh, that was beautiful.
Way back up either. It's just half a bar, 10 above. He's on the line.
Oh.
Okay, let's see what you got.
42 above. That was a good hit.
Any points to make the difference.
Oh, they above.
Chance here, but it's not going to last very long. Now 3-23, it's just teetering back and forth here. Meanwhile, I'm paying attention to that map there because Fazo is still right on top of Pamsto and Fatch's box, and they have not moved, but they've been eyeing each other back and forth. But Illis here, he has much more to continue to fight for it as he's still sitting in the storm, but you know that Effect will give it away. TK and Ritual now see that's a solo. They finish him up, and he gets completely wiped out there in the pickup.
He didn't stand no chance. But he gave himself away though.
Yeah, why didn't he at least close himself up, man? One,
or just run a little bit more around.
Yeah.
While he sprays.
Or why not just at least just waste one box, bro?
Okay, you know what? It's easy for us to say, but for him, he's like in the fucking most stress in his life.
And he just got knocked on his team, like that. Oh.
They need like 1.5 bodies worth of damage on long range. This is just, it's not going to be possible. How many people need to
175 below. He needs to move up and get damage.
They will be fine. OMG, me too. You know, a world of hurt. Decent day though, with everyone just qualifying and moving through, with them playing consistently as well. They have garnered first place of the lobby overall. 0 elims this game, but they've been active on damage.
Never thought I'd see Day just vibing out, playing a box, actually away from other opponents, tagging for Surge. This is great. I love this. And his loadout looks excellent. It's the best shape we've seen them in. They have the zone.
You talked to me on that first game behind Stage Monster. You know, they had the perfect zone. They didn't win. That's trouble. Another chance now. Logjam Lotus, if you land Rave Cave and you have this control, you have to capitalize. You have to be in a position to just win the game.
This time too, though, well above.
Oh, 308 below.
Much more.
Oh my god.
They don't win here. This is just tough. They don't at least
Spotify might be eating away the data, bro.
Actually, no.
Tony and OMG too, though. Big problems right now. 333 below.
Actually, I just need it louder.
In 30 seconds, it's Kazabu Fishy.
A little louder than that.
They're hurt, but they want this more than ever, and this is why they're here. 20 seconds now. Clock's ticking.
Oh, that works. That works.
Oh.
Another form of defense that's already too invested. They would have loved to use those for endgame, but Shonye, OMG2 don't care. Right camera peek is beautiful. They're playing it smart. This is where things get a little dicey, though. Stepping up in front of those metal walls, giving up the advantage that they had for the camera peek, and now they get punished. That was a mistake.
A mini game every 10 seconds. Where's the next relocation from Kazabu Fishy going to be? Now they actually edge forward to go for a little bit of pressure. Why? Storm Surge active. Perfect time from Kaz and Hufishi. Play defense.
I'm pretty sure Mosquito hit me on my cheek, bro.
That was perfect.
That's messed up.
Taken from Kaz or Hufishi.
And it's just a great read. Backing up slowly. Armored wall. Down. Lose the wall. Back it up. They played that very, very, very nicely. Great defense.
Literally an armadillo with a sword. That was the POV of Kazabu Fishy. Costa Zeus. They get a nice little revive. A god resurrected.
A little bit louder still. Choose World is on. If Choose World is on, you know I gotta.
There you go, vibe where.
Yes, sir.
This one, which is them qualifying, they're getting top 6.
Well, they definitely didn't wish for the zone to land here.
I can't even see the safe zone in the
It's
middle.
going so far east. It's not even, exactly in eye shot. 11 and 12 place are on top of each other to make that rotate. Here's Golden and AV. AV had that great last game. They're carrying that momentum in this one. Doesn't look like they've had any issues with Surge. Just look at how healthy this loadout is. Simple and Oki's also, again, the most like sleeper duo. Just the opposite of flashy, right?
Yeah.
They've just been like in the conversation. It's like the wallflower. They just watch you like, yeah, don't worry about
They're
it.
snoring up the boards. 5th place overall.
Don't worry
right
about
now, though, it's all about the MM, the
I do still sound normal though, right?
Yeah, you sound fine, bro. No problem.
We're gonna be switching vertically, diagonally.
It seems like my headset's alright for now. I haven't heard it beep in a while, so it's cool.
They've been sleeping on the trigger too. No shot.
That's just the only problem about wearing wireless, but I'm pretty sure my turtle beats is messed up.
Probably or the underneath of the controller.
Not making proper connection.
Yeah. PS5 doesn't want anything lagging to it.
It's tough for Mason. He's about a half HP. We know when
Because even the one I bought, when we plugged it in, the audio was all fucked up.
Yeah, I remember that was quite a difficult headset to set up. What's it called?
Cool Air, I think. I don't know. Can't remember. It's on the box though. I'm not sure where I put it. I think it's Cool Air.
226 below. Oh my god, this is dangerous.
299 below.
they are literally gapped by the rest of the tournament lobby. It's not even one team, just one player needs to go down. Simple Ocus. One of you. Just go
They
down.
need to be above. Oh, this guy's all safe. 411 above.
There's Ocus gone, and now Simple can survive. We stop at 44.
There you see it. A punishment. No more heals to work with. They have all the mats in the world. And look at it. Honestly, a great zone that they could have worked with too. All they need
Oh my goodness.
right and it would have been different. Ritual and TK slammed and dropped. They're done. They're out. They were in 6. Keep that in mind. That's going to open up an opportunity for the rest of the lobby here as Game 4 starts to reach its conclusion. Let's see it.
Last 30 still moving in. We'll choose mid ground for now.
One thing I can definitely tell you, the people in EU move so much faster.
Yep. And they box themselves up way more.
Yeah, like these people use wood to box up. Like, what is this? I won't shoot at wood. Is this like Canadian friendly? No sir, you go first. No sir.
I'm about to knock you out.
I mean, like, the amount of open sliding that's possible in a final circle or the final big circle is absolutely ridiculous.
Oh no, though.
Might have to layer up one more time, but it's looking so good right now. And they have the advantage to see over, but look at this.
That's some proper boxing.
They're going for it. They're in first place right now. They are playing well consistent-wise, but they want to win the game too. This is like asking for everything, having the cake and trying to eat it too. They're really fighting for this one now. And Nets and Seek are probably just baffled. How in the world did that
514 above. Oh my god.
It's too much to handle. The ego's going big. Taco and Chewy though, we know
Still 17 teams left. 31 players and the ring is already moving.
It's only Circle Storm 6. It's not that bad. It's still big. It's really big.
right in front of the zone. They're not having a problem. Get there.
10 seconds though. Which way will this go? We can go straight off the mountain into the water. We can go high all the way up to the peak. It doesn't matter for Kaz and Hoofishy. They'll be fine. For the rest of the lobby, this could be a maximum crunch. No one wants to let go, and we go way past the mountain.
This is good though. It could have went like back eastern, and that would have.
I'll just go over there and drop myself into the ocean and give myself some metal walls.
Oh, PSG is on his own.
If I had some 50-50 chance.
For Season Day, they're trying to fight for a refresh here. They might need material for the late game, and they know it. Golden AV getting just stopped by a straight metal wall. And no, they have to fight for it. They find one on the layer. The 180 not good enough. It's D-Roller who is there to finish things. Panther and Fast still fighting as well. It's just chaos on the mountain.
Desperation, people just trying to hang on. And we're still going the full pull. It almost feels like natural.
I'm hungry as fuck.
There's still some cake. Chocolate cake.
Ooh, I'm gonna go get me some.
That was just such a beautiful kill.
That was crazy. Down goes Season Date on the side though, and now Kaz is left up here to fend once again, but he doesn't have the mats. He's gonna have to give it up this time. Pam's doing a fast turnaround. They want the win. They're up top. Little bit of mats for them too. And everyone is so scrappy. This is what happens when the vertical zones pull up and over these mountains. It costs you so much. And anyone is still in this right here.
We're still getting a max pull right now for the lobby. Fashion Pam still top 3, but they want to skip the line. They want to go straight to finals. Watch them.
Oh, knocked.
Down. Sphinx has fallen. Taz in sight. Look at this.
Oh my goodness.
For the team,
Woo.
Don't even need an edit. They got the damage. 20 in rhythm. Man and man, just toe to toe. Back
2-2.
Are looking good. Fashion Pam still though.
Oh, what a shot. Oh, down.
Away. Rhythm is looking too good. On beat, and they got one more opponent to go.
This is good though. This is great for the low ground team. They got the Cypher. They managed to turn the tides here. For Pam still on top, it's not looking great. The low ground peak is too good. And he falls. 20. Rhythm win the game in great fashion with 10 eliminations.
High BPM, high action, high damage from 20 and Rhythm. You love to see it. And they struggled at this point to get here so far. They almost get pulled to a different Fortnite map. It doesn't matter. They're going straight to the finals.
Yeah, honestly, it could have just loaded an entire new scenery trying to look like completely unfamiliar territory. How often do you come here? Who's gonna know there's like a random bridge back here? No one was familiar, I'll tell you that. But in the end, 20 and Rhythm play it best. The instincts kick in and they win game 4.
I like that too, the fact that they know it's time to stop going for height, time to stop worrying about who's around you, find your teammate, play back to
YJM.
the whole way, a beautiful win.
Yeah, definitely, and they did it so clean.
YJM won it.
So we're not gonna steal all the thunder. We're gonna leave some room for Kelly and the crew.
I appreciate that so much, MDF, and of course, great job casting, guys. And my
GG's to them, right?
I think in the span of 45 seconds, they went from 5 to 10.
That's just one thing. Like even the managers told them well done at casting. Like, that's one thing I have to give them. At the beginning, their stream was absolutely shit, but they topped EU when it came to quality in the overall broadcast. Like, it's so beautiful. It's crisp. It's 1080p. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. You can see the action for real. That being Twitch, it's not buffering on Twitch. It's completely clean. I mean, it's clean, bro. It's clean on YouTube as well.
Who are you talking to?
To you.
What are you saying?
Oh my god.
I was just turning my music up. I don't hear shit.
I'm saying, like, what we can get from this is NA East definitely has such a good podcast or stream currently. Like, even the
better than EU.
Yeah, even the manager told them well done on the cast. Like, I mean, like, in the beginning it was shitty, but after like the first 5 to 10 minutes, it really improved in quality, and it's been sticking. Twitch and YouTube is running at peak level at 1080 at 60 frames per second, like, no problem. no lag, no distortion.
I mean, look at this. 8 total eliminations before they actually find themselves
That's a win.
for the Victory Royale.
Yeah, just the timing from
That's a win for us.
Honestly, just not there. They weren't on that same pace. They weren't in the same rhythm as 20 and Rhythm. It almost looked like there was a string tied to them hip to hip going in every one of these boxes because honestly, that was the biggest difference maker for when they fell down towards that low ground, not separating far away from each other.
And look at that right there. These are the 4 teams that have found their way into the finals through that Victory Royale. They're going to be joining the, 26 teams that have already made their way through so far. So a lot of teams going in right now. Of course, Rhythm and 20 just doing such a good job, but we got to be taking a look at the standings right now with Kaz and Who Fishy, of course, after that game. Going to be in the first place spot and actually taking quite a lead over second place, which is still Season Day. Pamstone and Fatch jumping up now to that coveted top 6 spots. And so does Taco and Chewy, which I feel like we're seeing more and more of this team, Jacob.
I feel like Vivid is like a little bit of a talent scout up here because that is one of the teams that he did mention that he brought into the show and said they're newcomers to the squad right now. But Vivid, they're not even playing like it. They're playing like they've been here.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing out of Fable Taco is got to be that Greasy Grove contest. They're pretty much winning it every single game, and it's helping out with their Storm Surge. That inexperience with this new meta, it's really, really helping them because they basically don't even have to worry about being aggressive, even if they aren't an aggressive team, because they're just instantly getting Storm Surge, and I don't think they've lost all spawn yet.
No, incredible run right there, but we're obviously looking right now at the teams that are on that precipice of making it into the top 6, and we have to look to Shadow and Walkers, who jump up 7 placements now into that spot.
My dude, get the fuck out of here.
Still be a contender.
Yeah,
Hmm?
of course, you know, very, very good. See them
Another guy here running in front of my screen.
Somebody, I just ran past the other one as well.
and look for other players who are in even worse positions. Look at this, the safety of their box right here, and all these players that are sliding down.
I need to buy another screen, man. Seriously.
Unfortunately, Walkers just gets that 2v1 by 20 there, and Rhythm. So Shadow is left to clutch up a couple more points, but he does great in getting into that top 4.
Yeah, honestly, it's just going to be really incredible to see how the rest of this does play out because honestly, there's still a lot of veterans, there's still a lot of young players still in the game that are trying to make a name for themselves.
But a lot of these veterans are kind of in a new situation right now with the new Storm Surge tag. So Vivid, why don't you break down exactly what we're seeing with this new changes?
These games have been so fun, and I really want to talk about the impact that this Storm Surge has had on a lot of these games, and mainly it comes from the rotations. I'm going to check out the storm that we just had. Now, obviously, it was north pooling, but as you can see right here, a lot of congestion towards the south side. And the main reason that's going to happen is because all of these players want Storm Surge. No, they need Storm Surge. Look at the north side. There's nobody up here, which means that all 80 players are all the way down here, and they're getting just staggered on their rotates. I have a couple people over here to the west, and then more to the directly southeast of it, and then look over to the east as well. Just congestion all around the edge of this storm because all of the rotations are getting staggered because they all like to hang back. They don't want to make those early rotations because if they do, they get themselves in a position like we saw OMG Me Too. Center of the zone.
Potato, I can respond you here.
Now, as you can see right here,
What?
this is one of our teams that can be found.
This is in a yes.
Using so many of their resources, they now only have 1 mini to work with.
It's currently live.
They're just fighting teams who are in similar positions. They're just not even going to get anything from the refresh, and ultimately those staggered rotates, this more aggressive Storm Surge is really, really tough on these teams.
Yeah, if you see what we talked about kind of in the pre-show with Paper and Lawrence, and then the Victory Royale winners of Nevify and his duo, they get that early surge. That has been the trend for success.
And we saw a situation with Ocus and Simple early on where they were taking that Storm Surge damage and they were starting to get really low. In that kind of situation, what's the best way to handle it when you don't see any opponents around you?
I mean, it is tough. Even if you do get into that box-to-box situation, you are going to be fighting another team who's just not going to be in a good situation either. But you do have to kind of send for it. Me and Zeke were talking about it at one point. Like, do you really want to, start to heal up throughout these storms? And if it works, you will get extra points because the way storms works now, you actually start to gain placement points as soon as the first one goes through. So live for as long as you can, basically.
And that's what these players are doing right now, everyone. Living for as long as they can. And with only 2 games remaining, they're going to have to survive the gauntlet. So, gentlemen, let's take it away with game number 5.
So they also have 6.
They also have 6 games. I'm so excited for this. Now maybe I can get into it
Just go
Okay,
for it.
I actually do enjoy this announcer, the fellow on the left-hand side. He's actually pretty funny.
Real championship territory here. It's game 5. It's the late half. Top 6 is that cutoff.
Yeah, the entire server when it comes to NAEast is also getting a little bit more consistent. So when it comes to these strats, these plays, the surge.
Seems like he's been awake for a whole long time though.
The bus is on its way. Everybody pray.
These zones have not been through the park for most of them. We've gotten real drags back and forth, but here it is. Game 5 is underway.
Let's jump right in.
We need some sad faces in the chat if your favorite team has been knocked the fuck out. No, my back needs to. Oh yeah, it should work.
Okay, now I'm actually excited. Maybe I can get into it. I don't like how they land in NAEast. I honestly don't. Have you seen in Europe? It's like kind of like a triangle shape to go to the POI, and this it's just like all random. It's absolutely strange, and there's so much open ground. There's so much.
And they start boxing up immediately.
Yeah, so why don't you capitalize on using rocky reel? Why don't you capitalize on? I mean, like, okay, tilted tower is not a bad idea. There's a lot of mats. So this is actually not a bad idea. But if you are a proper player, you'll probably know that everybody lands at rocky reel, so you won't land there. Which means people will not land in that vicinity. I would say they would maybe rock somewhere like Synapse Station or Lockjam Lotus at the back, maybe, you know, by the 7 outpost or something like that. I don't know. This just feels like everybody's landing. I mean, like, do you see movement? It feels like a normal squad's lobby. Go and play Europe Arena. It's like, oh my god, I can't even survive because they're building me into a box. Like, it's crazy. It looks like they're making a city out of the entire map.
Oh, this one's all clever. Opening up a vault.
It also makes a hell of a lot of noise. You see? Exactly.
Yeah. But they just need an armored wall.
But if they don't get one?
Oh, they have one.
Oh, they have one. Okay, that's beautiful.
Why don't they just put it up?
They're gonna leave it for the finals.
There's no purple, so they could just keep the others out.
I'm pretty sure they only got like 1 or 2. Like,
yeah, you get 2.
They're gonna leave it for the final rotation. They're not gonna just literally go in and jump for it. There's no way in hell. I wouldn't even do that. I try and mat up as much as possible at this point. Just like get some markers on people, you know. You need that taps, and you need to find a location where you can tap people even from a distance.
I'm still hungry, bro. Yeah. I'm gonna go get me something to eat.
It just annoys me. Like, yeah, I know, I get it. Mats are important, but people kind of sometimes forget that bullets are also important. Oh yeah, you're building this fantastic fucking castles, but do you have any AR bullets? No, sir. You have fucking SMG and a shotgun. Well done. Come on, everybody, come close to me.
That's a cute.
What are you gonna do? Your SMG bullets? Okay, your friend gave you some. That's good. At least. Yeah, they're gonna get knocked just the fuck out just now because they're playing stupid. Oh, that was hella bold. He tapped him hard though.
Dijon has nothing left in the tank after all this pressure. 2 builds gone for it. Snake, 3 more seconds. Yep, he's gonna have that med kit popped up. Dijon has the advantage. Maybe pop that 50 pot. It's the one desperate thing that might be the difference. He's gonna like to go for a few more builds. There's 2 left in the inventory. 50 pot, have to be careful when they puts it down because now he loses all sense of information as to what's going on. DMR from the roof. The option from Accept, what a way, a creative one, to make space in this and send Degen running all the way away. He's got nothing to patch that roof up.
Very smart, too. He's really just trying to conserve his light ammunition for the fight. He only has 100. You can chew through that so quickly. Degen again hits Snake with a huge shot there to pause him right in his tracks. Degen really has a chance here. We've seen situations like this unfold many times before where that solo is he's just playing good, right? You give him his respect, you back off.
It's all about having your ones right now. You have to isolate these fights, Degen. That's all he's doing so far, too. It's working out.
Reboot card.
The later this goes, the tougher that will be to do. Med Mist in tow as well. The only way he can lose this is if Acceptance Snake drop down and everything looks good. But in the distance, a team coming in from that north side. Nosh, Jack, they found nothing to start off their day. And they're going to be rolling right beside Snake and Accept, building all the way up towards the sky. Snake's not going to see it coming. Remember, the first person to get that shot straight to the dome. They're waiting for it. He must have seen it by now.
Accept saw it. Look at how he's backing off. He saw it instantly.
Another team from the left.
Slid out of there. Everyone's going to go in and start disengaging right now. Degen's probably wondering, oh, what's going on? Is the coast clear? He's going to step out. He doesn't know there's a team. There it is. Sees the build, steps right back in. You're like, nope. I'm going to go ahead and hang out here for a little bit. I hope you don't mind, Pledge. We'll be waiting here for a while. Golden and AV on the other side. Currently in fourth, looking good. One of the most Western teams we've seen play it out today, and they're finding so much success. 2 zones have gone their way. One's gone north, pretty good for them as well. And the other, of course, far east. So out of the 4 total games so far, relatively in their area, and they're taking advantage of it. That's why they've been consistent.
We're all the way in from the dead side. At the same time, we'll be having to just having control of their surge overall. So much time on the glide, so much time rolling in. They might have trouble when they finally land down on ground and see no one on that left side of the map. Crazy revive, Serbsky, freeze. We saw Serbsky with that 2v1. It looks so good. We've seen Revives and Crazy also slowly ramping up, and up. They've been paused for now. Not looking too good in this spot overall. They can find their stride. Just need one elimination to get that engine rolling.
I agree. Freeze is just kicking it.
Oh, this guy needs to move back. He's just...
Zeus. They were in second.
Oh my goodness, that's a 175. Woo! Woo! That was big.
No chance. And for Costa, I feel like he's been the flashiest player of the day, Monster.
Definitely impressive. A lot of taglines on this one. They've been playing very, very well. Costa and Zeus, keep an eye out on them. They have managed to find a winning, successful strategy and apply it well.
I'm liking what we're seeing so far in game. I'm liking these triple-tiered mini-miner sandwiches as well. I'm hungry for one. So let me go to the mini-miner deli to pick up another.
Thank you, Shai. Welcome everyone to the Mini Miner Deli. We have 3 offers right here for you. We have Swirl, who's been offered up a brand new drop spot for himself right at the north side of the map. We have Golden, who's actually using a zip line to navigate this off-spawn situation and speed up his looting with his duo. And of course, we have Revised, who's clutching up in this huge fight, which picks up 2 easy eliminations. Well, I say easy, but really, really good job from these guys. Great stuff.
Good. That tasted nice, Minnie. Thank you so much for all of that. Zip lines in play again. I forgot that they're even in the business horizontally, at least. And the fact that Revive is still popping off, but just still staying in 11th shows how sticky this lobby actually is.
Definitely. Pull off the wet wipes, clean the hands. Get ready. Starting to lean into things here. D-Roller, Knifey, maintaining pace. They pick it up, they ramp it up, they slow it down. What kind of D-Roller Knifey we'll get this game? Shadow and Walkers have shown us what kind of conversation, what kind of talk and time they're on. Fast track. Jumping directly up to 7th right now. Putting them in the conversation as we're in game 5.
It's really interesting having these 2 teams beside each other. Degen and Pledge. Anytime someone's stuck with them, they end up surviving longer, then going further and not really faltering on their defense. Meanwhile, Shadow and Walkers. You know, the reason Shadow is a part of this team, it might just be the reason of the way they play as well. They always mimic a team beside them. They have to latch onto someone, jump to another. I would have liked them staying right beside Degen, but need to keep following the game plan.
I was just gonna say the irony, right?
Yeah.
Team that's jumped up the fastest and one that's fallen the fastest. stark differences. They're right beside each other. Pamson and Fatch here on our screens, rotating from their northern drop down south. It has played out very, very well for them. Their load has always looked, honestly, top notch.
You're coming in, maybe switching sides about the drop?
They have a great drop.
Okay, let's go. That's what I like to see. They've been in every single finals too, man. I can't imagine they don't make this one, at least for this chapter. And it's just day two. Yeah,
for sure. Third place, looking very good. Their loadout right now, signaling to us that it's solid. They should be playing very, very well. But they need to win a fight. Like,
yeah, we saw yesterday though, Monster, the tie after game 5. How many players were so close, and the third place team we had yesterday going down early, almost not qualifying. It's tough, man. So with today, I feel like it is a bit different. They're ahead of the pack completely right now. 120, 130 points, it might look good. But these players, for these teams at the 80-point threshold, 9th, 10th, 8th place, Ritual TK, they have a huge hill to just keep climbing right now. Keep those squads engaged.
Ritual TK.
And people are dying left, right, and center.
There's a lot of these teams
Some of them, man.
right around the same surface area.
Fifth game, I think now.
They're in the water.
Fifth, yeah, 5 or 6.
The more you walk, the deeper it gets.
Oh, there it is, Dijon Agers. Or T-Chen and Pledge, excuse me.
This is
Two
big.
shot, big pop, another one to the left. Rogue Shark down.
Run it back. Let's see it. Degen slides up, Pledges down. What are you gonna do? He's gonna clutch. Big 2-shot right there to open up. That's the common, by the way. And then the side angle. You saw what happened after that. I don't need to repeat myself. It was clean.
I think that might have actually been Redux's fault. Degen was about to hop out of those builds, maybe build all the way around. He got cone blocked. And then he just basically said, I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me. 2v1 easy clap.
It was the aha moment. Let's point at each other. And he strikes. Fishy and Kaz are #1 team right now for placement and overall points. 120 leading the pack. Not by much, but looking very, very good. What they are leading with by far is Kaz with those 13 Englands as an individual. Not the team. Their team efforts are much more than that, but as an individual, Kaz is doing so good.
Place and Elite trouble today overall, but I feel like the zones have been kind of unforgiving for their style of play. Center pulls is what they're kind of experts in, right at the edge of the storm overall. Punch down again. Degen. Can this be another 2v1? That's the question. Big shot in, trapped behind the wall. Nah, this time Adinio, Capaholic, they don't lose those.
Yeah, Degen just didn't hit that shot. He had to hit that first big shot. He would have had a chance, but enough clutching from him, and that's again a slow start for him, right? He fell off spawn 2 games in a row, and now an early game drop too.
8 above, 9 below. Here it comes. You about to get hit, boy. About to get hit.
You have to win those fights, and they had so much surge too. They were not going to have a problem, but players like Adinio, these other duos that haven't had as much action as you.
Oh, there you go. I told you. You need to tap someone now. Get a hit. If you're hit, you're fine. I'm 46 below. Oh my goodness. Come on, build up. It's getting desperate now. Friend had a tap. Nice.
We know with Shadow and Walker, they're much better box to box.
Come on, just tag them. Come on.
This is just tough for them. That lightning will not stop. They're getting hit over and over. Decent day in trouble.
There's so much space in this matches. I mean, EU, come on. Have you guys seen the semi-finals in EU? There's like no space. If you move, you get a tag on you. I mean, yeah, you can literally like run between them. You don't really have to even box yourself up unless you really have to, you know. I mean, like, that guy just was in the open, looking for a tag in the open.
These guys need this fight. Cease just went with the boldest trade I've ever seen.
Someone now.
Taking him out in a surge as well. He goes for the shot and then gets
You didn't make me some coffee.
Day gets tagged
Wow.
as a shield crack. Remember, teams nearby can hear the shield crack. They cannot see the vault, but they can hear the shield crack. Why didn't Cease just heal first? The two big pots, he's got 3 in the inventory, but instead he goes to fight. This is crazy. Yes, they get the tags, but this is crazy.
Day came in the last second, rocked that shot, but it's not going to be enough to keep Cease up and alive. Second place is down.
Wow. I don't know what to think of that. That was such a risky play to make. And
Oh, nice tag, nice tag. Oh, beautiful. Oh my goodness.
If they're not fighting in Greasy, they just look lost for the moment. I think Surge is just rattling the brains of every single player right now. We're deep into the competition monster, and the top spots, the big boys are not staying alive.
3rd place down 2. We have had so many important teams fall that I'm afraid we don't know who's gonna win this now. It's only
How crazy is that? 2nd and 3rd place teams were knocked with the Storm Surge.
That was amazing.
And I'm pretty sure I saw earlier on 6th place also got knocked. Or they had like hella Storm Surge problems or something. I can't remember.
Probably didn't have enough mats.
I'm so surprised that Panstone Fashion, one of the teams
It was more mid thing.
so good on Surge for most of the day. That first place team of
Oh my goodness. That's the #1 spot. You need to box yourself up. If only they could know that's the people you're not supposed to shoot at.
I can't see the names, unfortunately. Imagine you could have seen, oh my god, here comes whoever. You'll be just running for your life.
I want to know what happened to Okies. They were in 5th last game. They fell.
Didn't even get 1 tag. That was like 3 bullets wasted.
Where are they right now? I see Golden. I see AV.
Okay, that was a proper attempt. I'm gonna give that one to him.
Going to be beside Costa and Ritual on the board. AV and Golden, for them right now, it's all about staying alive, making the top 10. Any team with single digits right now on their overall ranking need to live. Simple Ocus.
12 below. Just find yourself a tag. Go left, go left. There's tags left.
And they're in this situation where they're just holding this surge right now.
Left. There you go. Right in front of you. Yeah. You missed it. You missed it. Oh, simple. Owen. Yeah.
It's costing them both heals now.
3, 2, 1.
He heals again.
Ocus with the med miss. They're locking it in.
Do you just
maximum
sacrifice one player, right?
No,
Oh, that was a nice.
That's crazy.
What happens? That's just fair even. 3 above. 3 above, it's enough, but it's Costa, the 6th place team.
1 below.
Shoving their faces down in the water, not letting them breathe on the surge. 9 above now. Still not enough. The next threshold active.
Insane, because as the surge continues to trade back and forth.
Yes, that Storm Surge is madness.
No one's been eliminated. Someone needs to go down. Otherwise, there will continue to be damage thrown about the lobby. And it's inevitable that it's going to happen next zone as well. Here it is. AV and Golden back in the mix.
4th circle, 50 players remaining. 25 squads.
A commitment this early here. He's thinking, I'm pulling it. Let's see it. Was he correct? No, it goes opposite. It's going to go far east here. So they're going to have to rotate out shortly. They're going to get their full heals on. They have the grapple gloves. They're okay. They're not going to have a problem as much as some of the others might. Jack and Nosh are up top. Simple. And Okies actually pull half-half. This is perfect for them.
It's so close. Actually, towards the right side.
Oh, no, I lied. I lied. They're west. I lied.
I'm trying to save you a bit. It's a little bit of a pull. They can just kind of roll on the bottom.
No, it's over.
They've got a bit of ways
solid
to go.
Yeah.
Big man Ting, yeah, it is not looking good, bruvs. It's tough.
But you know what? I see TK and Ritual way off in the distance, 7th place. They pull half-half. That's huge for them. That's going to be one of the teams that jumps into the conversation. That's going to be given Cease, Day, Pam Stu, Fatch. All of those guys are running for their money because what they don't want are the bubble teams jumping up, taking advantage of their early fall, and getting closer and closer. Sip and Okies go for the ground rotate. They go first. Zone's going to be moving real slow. They're going to have a lot of time. I love the overbuilding here because they honestly have to put it all on the table. They don't have HP to accept any shot of any kind. An AR or whatever will take them out. That's on GB2. He has to back up here.
Focus down. Uh-oh. This is tough. No time, no time. Simple. You got to move. An avalanche of storm damage is coming in. You must keep snowboarding down that mountain. He's pushing for it. No space.
No way.
Too slippery. 104. Straight to the dome. Is that a knock? Yes. What? Is that a finish? True.
Grapple glove.
And now you can actually start moving forward. 10 charges. He needs to see the light. 8 HP.
Now I'm feeling better.
In the storm. His chance is gone.
That was so close. Really was rooting for him there.
I'll feed it.
Narrative and turned it
Feed my goddamn self.
Oh. Kicks, however, we're looking pretty solid, and now they've cost it. It's cost them everything. The material split comes out. Both sides have just about half to work with. It's a third. They pulled the zone for the rotate, so that's okay.
We're still in the fifth, yeah?
They're gonna need to win the fight.
Still in fifth game, yes.
Oh my god.
It's terrible.
I made food and all that shit. I ate it.
This finally started. They're finally starting to play like semi-finalists, bro. Like I can see some height going.
I like that. I like that.
High ground in a spot where we know it's impossible to retake. They're in 27th place. This is the only chance they have to qualify.
And max material.
They're not going to be able to make it through consistency. They've got the mats. They've got the position. They need that win.
Absolutely. I mean, that's a spot-on breakdown there. A team with high ground right now, it is everything. Absolutely everything with how far they are. But here it is. Sphinx falls. Kicks is here to clutch it up. He hits a big shot. Not enough to win him the fight, though. There's nothing there for him. He
oh my goodness.
He's out of it. It's Costa who finds another one. Zeus and Costa continue to heat up here. Ritual and
840 above.
Well. Look at Costa's position right now. The refresh. He picks up the minis. He finds the upgrade. He's got all the ammo. He's got floppers as well. There's so much going for him right now. High ground should be worried. High ground should be very, very worried. There's a couple teams here that can do some big stuff. Who Fishy loses his teammate, though. It's not going to be him. Not for right now.
He just needs to survive. He has the builds as well to take this all the way towards the top 10. Get into that spot and then start doing the freaky things. That's exactly the checklist for Who Fishy. Kaz, he did the damage he needed. He got taken down. AV and Golden.
That was clean.
That was a clean player.
First place. Still, that zone pulling a little bit towards the south side.
We just stopped them. They knew if they shot, they will just be wasting bullets.
Siphon after siphon, elimination after elimination. They found the mats.
Dear God.
Just completely out of charges. It's all up to Costa and his body, his movements to do the talking. Big shot. Extra collat almost on both sides. Maxo gonna be rattled after that one. Costa still has to move. He's made too much noise in the storm. He might just get absolutely found out. There's no chance. Another shot. It's Mason. He's gonna help just take down.
Desperate, looking for the siphon there. Who Fishy though is still by himself. Armored walls are put up all around him. He now has to look for a different
What's wrong with this Spotify?
The time is on his side. He has got plenty to work with right now. But look at the loadout. It's not looking good. Low, mediums, and nothing there. AV and Golden, they put themselves up into that top 5 conversation. They're here alongside Pam and everyone else.
Looking good for now. The thing is, no one's even touching the high ground team. 26th place. They have a chance to win everything and go straight to the finals. Everyone now playing for consistency. Tunnel vision focused on their lair. No one climbing all the way for height, but there it is finally. Belay going up. That's 25th. Side by side on the boards, trying to fight for the win. Claw and Tabs G hold on. They have the mat to keep going down by this river. One more obstacle to cross. No one else coming up, but look at the paranoia. They think there's someone in the storm. Might just be distracted enough for Ritual and TK to make a move.
And they have more mats than high ground, and we know what happens when low ground is loaded. It's going to be a matter of time. If they get a refresher down here, it's going to be everything. Glace or Elite can do that too. Any one of these low ground teams, if they combat one another, if they become combative, it can change the entire story because the material count will trade.
Every single top 5, top 10-ish team is here, and then one team that's not going to make the finals.
Dear God.
Will it be consistency? Will it be power that makes it true? Or just the luck, the type of position all the way up top that can be pushed by opportunity to find a way all the way towards those finals? Qua and Tabs G still holding on. They're letting the rest of the lobby just play. It's gonna be very nice.
Oh,
In the box, Elite now finally
PSG went down.
They cleave him. Armored walls can't even save you.
Oh my goodness! Oh, we got him.
That's huge. AV comes in. He's gonna get the siphon as well. Down body there. Glace finds the mats. And the low ground teams cannibalize one another. This is exactly what you want. If you are in high ground, if you're Tab G, if you're Qual, you want these low ground teams to eat each
Oh my goodness!
Glace is all that's left here, and it's just a waiting game now.
It's a movie for Tab G and Qual. All they have to do is watch. Here comes Glace. Maximum mats. A force to be reckoned with. But who cares if you can't really connect? Chop it out. That's all these two have to do. There's no way, right? Surely not Glace. Let him have it, man. There's no chance. Ball drops down.
No
mats.
mats. Uh-oh.
This could be a dream ending. How much does Glace have in the tank? Not enough. Tabs and Qual.
Another finalist.
Just
I
got
can't wait
another.
for the finals. Then we're gonna see some play.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time in August.
Let me continue to fight for this. It was a good effort. It really was.
I like that from Tab G and Qual, though. They understood exactly what's at stake for the rest of the lobby. They knew, hey, if we push for height right now, if we use everything, risk it all, and stress it all the way towards the end, one bounce back gives us the final.
Here's what's really great about this.
I was so crazy.
Game 5, it's yours. You're going to find
No, I need another cup of coffee. Dear God, NA West is about to come out. Whew. Yeah, but I actually enjoy this, dude. Like, we should like, can we like create a TV channel 24/7 Fortnite?
What?
We need to create like a TV channel 24/7 Fortnite. And then
just sit here and watch this screen, but most of the time it's just a black screen though.
No, I mean like you create like your own thing where you allow people to come to your channel and basically just subscribe, and then you create a custom lobby and everybody plays together. But but more like that party hop type of thing. We're not talking about fighting.
Just customs.
Yeah, and then you create like role playing and shit inside Fortnite.
I bet there's a lot of people that does that though.
Yeah, probably.
The highlights are fire. FSDK and them fucking, they're older, but that was crazy great.
Happen. Even though TK goes down, he was still able to take down Golden and allow his teammates to scrap up a couple.
That was brilliant. That was just one of those plays that's gonna go down in the history of semifinals of NA East. Definitely, that was what I expect of these semifinal lobbies. Like the first three, even the first four, bro. It's like, God, are these people even boxing up or are they building towers? There's just too much map. It's like they're landing as far as possible off and not even thinking about circling around. No, it's like, hey, this is my tower. Now I run in the open, I dodge, and then boom.
I saw that a few times. They really do run in the open.
Like, how did they run in the open like that? I mean, it doesn't even make sense. Like, that's easy tag. Like, if you have a tower and somebody runs on the green grass below you, I bet you can see him, especially when you're playing like on a 4K monitor, or you're playing.
I won't be able to run in the open in any lobby.
Yeah, God.
They had everything from start to finish. If they were just contested a little bit more throughout the mid game, they wouldn't have been there. But they set themselves up from start to finish to get that victory royale.
Here they are, our Game 5 Victory Royale winners, joining the other 4 teams that have found their
Can do so much explosive?
But of course, we need to look at our top 10 leaderboard right now, because this is what it's about. As you can see, it's a fiery red stage right now, and that's because things are definitely heating up. This is the final game.
I'm actually excited for this one.
To be able to claim their spot. But of course, we also have day 3. But let's talk about this.
Yeah, we still have like 4 minutes.
In fact, it is a 35-point difference between first and sixth, so I can say pretty confidently that they probably have a spot in the finals. AV Silver, though, and Golden grabbing Elam after Elam in that game, Vivid.
Yeah, I mean, and because of that, they're going to be finding themselves in that second place position, 30 points ahead of that 6th place threshold. Honestly, I'm looking at it, and I feel like there's 2 top teams right there, Kaz and Fishy and AV or Golden. They're looking good for already finding themselves in through consistency, even though we haven't even played the 6th game yet. Maybe somebody will prove me wrong, but these guys are just playing way too good right now. And this has got to be on the back foot of AV's solo clutch from the last game. They're carrying the momentum into this game 5, and it worked out so well for them. Obviously, you know, being as a solo, it's not easy, but having that duo now and just running it back. I mean, look at this, 7 eliminations and still just going. And they do so good at waiting for the perfect moment to go for these fights. Look at this, they only have 5 builds, and now they're like, listen, we already used all the mats that we had. Let's go for the refreshes now instead of when they actually have resources.
Yeah, and for me, it's just about time. It's about time because their performances in round 3 were absolutely incredible. Even getting first place at one point or another, for them to take that kind of play and bring it here to a finals lobby, to just be 1 game away from claiming their spot in the finals, I'm excited for the kid.
We have to keep looking at the leaderboard, though, because it's 109. That's the threshold right now. That's what the players are going to be fighting for, and obviously those points are going to be going up as the game goes on. But Pam Stone Fetch at 101 points. Kicks and Sphinx, who we've seen be able to dominate games, but they're so hot and cold, Jacob.
Yeah, that's one of those things. You got to be able to find that consistency. You don't have to win every single game, even though a win would get you right in. You don't even have to come into top 3, but you have to find a way to at least get in the top 10 with maybe 1 or 2 eliminations to secure your spot.
It's going to be incredible, guys. This is the final game for day 2 of the semifinals. 12 teams are going to be making their way through. 12 going to be joining us tomorrow. But let's find the final VR winner. Take it away, guys.
Game 6.
We appreciate you, Kelly. Thank you so much. Here it is. It's the last game for day 2 of semifinals. That standing is very, very close.
It is almost basically tied once we get into the nitty-gritty of things when we're actually in game. Any which way, the second day as well that we have the situation, Monster. Perfect circumstances for an awesome test.
I mean, I'm loving it. I'm loving what we see right now. This is the whole, excitement that comes with Fortnite. You never really know what the tournament's going to serve up to you. Today, we have an extremely close competition. And, as much as I love Fortnite and I love seeing people happy, there's going to be some people upset too. And, it's inevitable. It's very, very close.
It's going to be so close. That game 5 we just watched had so many people alive in that top 10, turning it into top 5. That means things are so much closer than ever before. The leaderboard, it looks like a waterfall, and it's time to take a dive.
It might be it. There it is. The bus is here. Game number 6 is underway. We're taking ourselves onto the battle bus. And we called a couple early shoe-ins, but
the moment we've all been waiting for. This is my favorite match of all of the FNCS semis because this is do or die. Top 6 teams and 1 winning squad. So yeah, let's see.
Let's get it.
Now listen,
oh, that was a bad landing, shame. Disadvantage.
To contest them. Here's a team that's not completely out the conversation. Pledge and of course DGen here. They're in 14th. They have now officially slipped down so far out of the conversation. It's going to take a monstrous game and some early upsets up top for them to win through consistency. So they might just need the overall victory royale here if they really, really, really want to go to finals.
Most teams we're seeing right now, basically anyone outside that top 10 are looking at trying to win this game. That being said, a lot of the problems they're having is getting some tags down, getting the damage done. So as much as they want to play slow and make it towards the end, a bunch of them might just choose the fast option. Dive into boxes. Get their damage done now so they don't fall later. That might be the situation for Day and Cease. Last game we saw the Monster low on search.
This is a team that is just, you never really know where you're going to get. And that's my problem with Season Day right now, is we have seen some exceptional play by them. Big clutches, everything under the star, sun, and the moon. And then you come into the last game and you really have to think about it.
Don't really have to think about Glace and Elite right now. I just have to smile. 3rd place overall. I'm just really happy Elite gets to play his game. Once again, 2 games yesterday where his power went out. He couldn't show his full prowess, his chance of making the finals. now in the top 3. All they have to do is stay alive, and they have a center zone. Their expert zone they love to play with. Pledge and DGen, this is desperation for them. They don't have consistency on their side. They're not in the top 3. They're double digits.
Oh my goodness.
It's looking good. The striker shotgun is just hitting different right now.
Oh.
Another edit coming in, a pre-fire maybe. Snake, what do you got?
Oh my goodness.
That was beautiful.
When Pledge knocks, you open the door. He's here. And if you don't, he's kicking it down. Big 2 elims there, thrust them right back into the conversation and up another spot onto the 3rd team position. I mean, we know they're going to need a big game. That's the way you started off right there.
I was thinking about Glace in the pre-show in terms of who's going to win.
Well, this is a pretty smart place to office, I would say. Yeah.
Second pick. On the first day, I thought they'd come just rolling by. Somehow, from like the depths of 23rd up to 4th place, especially after that last game, I've been seeing Ritual in specific popping off the first knock after the first knock in the duo. Usually it's TK who was leading that charge in qualifier 3. Didn't really make it in. They're looking good. Biggest surprise of the day for me, Costa and Zeus Monster. Their positioning and their damage is huge.
They've continued to manage to average a very high placing spot when they're both alive into those late games. That's the formula.
The thing is, that formula can easily be broken. I don't see the clutch potential as a part of that duo when one person goes down. So I'm hoping in that 5th, 6th zone, if they both continue to stay alive all the way towards the end, that's fine. If not, maybe it's time to activate those Thomas HD type genes, you know? Trying to get in that clutch type seat might be the possibility.
I mean, and yeah, you're right. We've already seen it. We've seen them honestly crumble under favorable circumstances. So those are the difference makers. But hey, you learn from every opportunity. That's what the greats do.
Yeah, the greats like AV right now, accessing a time machine in game number 3, becoming a chapter 2 demon almost. I almost thought the drum gun was unvaulted watching this man play. It brought a tear to my eye.
Playing well. Playing very, very well. Pamso and Fatch have lost their momentum from the last game, dropping down about 4 or 5 slots here, now putting them in 7th, now putting them in the melting pot with everyone else. And the biggest issue now is how do you stand out? How do you perform here?
They won. I guess we just won as well. Hopefully they do too. Absolutely they do. Another Canadian flag flying inside the finals.
French-Canadian.
These duos just want to have that spot locked in. Them specifically too. They've made it there every single time this chapter. Sphinx and Kicks, they started off the day looking so good, Monster. Sphinx could not be stopped when it came to boxes. When it comes to endgame, this duo can't seem to stay alive.
They're elimination warriors, okay?
Yeah.
They do that. They do it well. And like you said, it's about tying together those additional placement points. That's the missing formula, the missing ingredient to the formula they're trying to put together. Rapid's going to get tagged up a few times here. Teams in the distance entering into the conversation as well. But Zypher and Short are just down low, optimizing their playthrough right now, getting their farm on.
Dude, just remind me that I edit my stream elements time. My timers are set way too fast. It's overpopulating a chat.
Yeah, you should put it on like hourly.
Yeah. I also need to create myself an easy chat tab so I can communicate via stream elements. So it answers my questions for me.
Yeah, word.
Once again, another type
I should still do all that shit.
And this strategy will not work in the finals. Iamzo and Jamper will have this locked down.
Yeah.
Absolutely locked down. It can work right now, and they should be, by all means, taking absolute advantage of it. But it won't work in the weeks to come. Smite and Larson fall down to 10 in the melting pot. What did they do wrong last game? They got eliminated a little too early, and that was it. Their momentum also snipped, their wings cut down. It's player targeting them in the distance. Smite doesn't see the shots coming in. Where are you looking at, brother? You're definitely not looking in the direction of the shots there. And it was Fazo who chops him down, and another team fires from behind. So that's all kinds of craziness happening there.
Revise versus Serbsky. Someone who doesn't like taking damage. That's Revise against someone who's really big with a clutch. Look at the zipline tech. He can go for it again. Crazy could be in line to land a few shots too, but they expected both duels following him. He's lost all his shields. Revives now, building in cyclones, but at the same time, tornadoes of damage coming up from his striker shotgun. Follow up with the SMG, not just there yet. Crazy in a few of these boxes. The keg will drop down. They'll be able to get their shield right back. This fight means so much. Both these teams not be able to qualify from consistency. Might need that win. They need to survive.
They need these elims. This will put them in the conversation as a bubble team for the conversation of endgame. They're right there. Those 4 points mean everything, and of course the rest of the tournament. Kazan and Fishy, however, they're done.
I'm starting to like it.
They're at 146.
There we go.
Near impossible to overcome them.
It's still small, but it's starting.
Yep.
I just can't believe, like, there's so much open room to move. I mean, seriously. If 121
Actually
points
makes it more realistic, though.
It kind of does, but think about EU. Is there, like, say for instance they're fighting at 0 point now. Is there any of the water left? No, it's a complete fucking city they built. Honestly, Fortnite's entire map, I don't know what they call Fortnite's map, looks like fucking Gotham City. Like, it's just so open. I honestly think when the qualifiers come in again, like, we need to perhaps play on this.
I think we should. We're gonna be on 280 ping, but that's fine. We did pretty good.
The other day in duos, we cracked what in the PlayStation Cup 165 points. That's
much more. That's other than this.
Yeah, it's
like
different,
the semi-finals, you know, like yesterday.
Yeah.
All these people can be actually comfortable because it's really realistic to get placement.
I'm not. You get some 6 scores in Europe. Okay, so for those that's actually tuning in, I see there's a bit of you on YouTube. So we play repeat.gg. So in 5 games, you have to basically get a score. First place gets you 10 points, and then you get points for every elimination. So after 5 matches, some people end up scoring around about 255, which means in some matches they get more than 47, perhaps 50 kills plus a win in 5 matches.
That's just fucking cheating, bro. Where do you see that many people? Have you ever?
How do you I mean, it's not like when you... Okay, so viewers count,
I
right?
got into a bot lobby once. You saw that shit. We tried it out.
23
Max
people
I could
max.
get is 23 people. The rest you don't see.
Like, honestly, like, how do you get that amount of points? It doesn't even make sense. It's crazy, bro. People cheat so hard, like, so hard.
So hard.
It's just funny how people get around like 3 anti-cheats. What? Clearly, people need to hire the hackers to work for Epic Games. 174 below. You need to get some tags, bro. Damn. You're not gonna take a glove. Oh, this is definitely not EU, bro. EU, if you see a glove, you grab it because it's the only way to comfortably move around. And not even, it's a stretchful move. You need to like swing, and as soon as you hook, you need to basically box yourself while you're swinging.
Yep. I still have a lot of points, these guys, though, but after 5 games into your 6th game.
No, but they're definitely gonna make it into the top 6, no problem. I would say 4th if they don't take the match. Oh my god, that was nasty. Your friend's in trouble.
Come on, see, I'll pull it up.
It's smart. I also like building those small little walls at the bottom.
Push it. It's down, bro. What you doing?
Sometimes a solo cracks you. Yeah.
They understand they've done the damage. Maybe they even want more. 136 not going to be enough to play out the rest of the game. But they've been mispositioned. And once again now, Mason is affected. Lower shields at 150. It's almost a trouble spot for him. Every time a duo dives in, it's about 20 damage of a difference that could keep him alive.
This looks a little bit better.
The fight starts. We'll have to make it all back up. Season day, when there's pressure on the way and they're split like this,
Season 1 players, the way that they're forting it up.
Have you ever fallen out of it?
I'm gonna lie, I keep on being thirsty, man.
What?
I keep on being thirsty.
Oh.
Oh, 5 valve left. Miss yourself, bitch.
And Maxwell escapes as well.
That was crazy. And just excellent play by C-Strike there. Recognizing how to use those
That gave him some excellent tag though. God damn.
Quite literally boxed him. We talk about boxing, no. That man was trapped.
Exactly, that's what I'm missing this kind of play. This is what we're talking about. This is boxing.
He goes down. 51 below for Maxo. He's gonna have to get inside that box as well. It's not looking like
64 below. Okay, you just need to get one proper tag. He has an orc. He can push up with that.
This elimination should fully come in. Sure, going to be a little bit of a nuisance up top as well. 19 seconds till the zone moves. Almost 400 damage above. Cease, find a way out here. Minis and Big Fox ready to go. They can
another duo.
Get way back up to 100 HP, 100 shields. It should be fine for Cease. On a timer.
Zypha, Maxo knocks Shore. Zypha gets the trade there for the Elim. Day and Cease move out once the shots go off. And now they get a chance to make that quick escape that they were looking to do here. What a crazy game right here. 5th place for Day and Cease. That was almost the entire opportunity of this week. We spoke very, very early about the teams that were looking to take it home, and now the tournament's on the line. We're coasting on the title.
This is proper. This is beautiful box movement. I'm loving the rotation.
The safety is right in front of them.
So still a little bit low though.
Yeah. No, it's not that. They're trying to save mass so that they can tag from above in the middle. They're gonna run for high ground just now.
Everything looking good. Now the server darkens. The future for some of these teams. For some of these teams also looking just as bleak. Fatch, Camstone, 7th place.
This Fetch is actually it's proper tagging. His aim is absolutely on point. Oh, I mean like, whew. That's not even wasting a bullet. That was just like a 1-2 poop, poop, tag.
Just to get above.
These ones are 65 below. Oh. But they still got they got spray, bro. They're still good.
The shock starting.
Yeah, but they're good, bro. They got some slug. They got some fucking shields. They got spray. They're just gonna use so much resources now. Come on, get a tag. Oh, there we go.
He just tagged.
Yeah, 9. Whoa, elimination. 198 above.
Beautiful.
Oh, another tag. Oh, I was 102, bro. It's gonna knock that other person as well.
They're eliminated.
Oh.
They have a chance for endgame now.
Barely anything for what they actually needed, though. Scope and visuals need to win this game. For that, they need mats. They need position. They need some power. No grapplers out of those two diving in. Illis, there was nothing. No mats either. It was desperation. It was scraps.
We saw Chewy and Taco right there. We just got a brief update. No more heals. scrappy situation for them. Hurt on the outer edge. Batch and Pamsu, near same conversation going on here. But look at that, nice little find right here.
Nice. Oh, I'm loving these two. They're just they're my favorite. Like, yo, they're different. I'm enjoying their play. They might not be like in the highest rank, but they're funny, bro. Like I could just imagine them talking. Like, look at this. Off here for a little snack. Are you kidding me? This is like $2. $2 for a can of soda.
Preemptively setting up for what will be a potential dive here. One more advantage from both sides. No, the shots come in. They might just have to double splash and turn around here and take a fight. I'm feeling like if they take too long, this is it.
Me too in that same type of situation, but not with Surge.
Only took 6 matches for them to start rotating like proper players, eh?
With so much pressure, operating in quicksand. For Pamstone Fatch, things sinking.
I'm just gonna have to turn my music down because I can't hear a word you're saying.
Just don't talk to me then.
Okay, you can talk now.
I'm saying it's the first match. It's match 6 and check the rotation. It only took this NAE's bloody 6 matches to do a proper rotation in.
Oh well, they got it right from the 5th game, but still,
it's still not as tight, but it's a whole lot tighter. Like, I mean, look at that storm circle movement.
oh shit, Storm got him.
Yeah, that's what happens if you don't tag.
If you're below.
Another team on the bubble, out of the conversation. This is excellent for Season Day. They want all of that immediate competition gone because they're not looking too great right now either.
You were talking about walking on tight ropes. This duo is
Yeah, we're going into quarter past 3 a.m.
have nothing left in their inventories. Cease just has a couple of those mats. They probably has half that as well.
NA West is about to start. They need to wrap this match up.
For everyone in this lobby, I hate saying it
Oh yeah?
Is this zone pulling to the west? Do we go straight to the lake?
Isn't there like a 15-minute break?
No, it depends on the time zone.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure. It might be at 4.
Do you think I'm gonna go check a Europe lobby. Maybe we can stream it in Europe.
No, it's not the same. Remember, Europe isn't live. Your match ranking goes according to your division, but you can check. You never know.
But I think we have much better streaming over here. I don't have no pixelation, nothing.
Exactly.
Some real bad shit.
Europe was a absolutely, I'm gonna say utterly shit stream.
Utterly shit, yeah.
Oh, that was beautiful. There we go. I like the movement. There we go. Get them. Can we see the same type of push as the previous match? Oof! Oh, it went down.
Definitely rough. He's gonna have to play this one up by himself. No heals either. Low material.
Still in 3rd place. That's a good placement. Come on. They're consistent. They've been consistent.
Oh no, that's not a smart idea. He's gonna get knocked off.
Come on, push it.
That's not a... Okay, now you got
That's beautiful.
Oh, he just got elimination.
Oh, what a kill with that. Did he just zipline kill that guy?
I don't think so. I just think he knocked someone and they died in the storm. I got a headache like crazy.
They're team 4 now. If they push it up, they can go to team 3 or perhaps first team. If they win.
Knock. Eliminated.
Oh, eliminate.
Oh.
He's denied. Day still alive. That 7th place battle, though. Who won it on the backside of the zone? A drop down from Day. It's huge for the refresh, but it costs his life. He's still trying to move in. That's Nosh that goes down. Points all across the board. There's so many people tied side by side. They're still moving, though. 130 points. Needs about 4 more to take over that 3rd place team. It's up to him to solo clutch.
It's so important right now that he stays alive here and pushes this one through. But more importantly, OMGB2, Shonye is still up. Costa and Zeus are still up. Walker and Shadows are here.
This is amazing. Finally, we see some proper action.
Hey, they're fighting for that fucking win, bro.
So,
chance for it.
in the East, this is how every single lobby looks in Europe. Every single lobby. It's just one big madness. It's like a waffle, where you just take everything that's left in the kitchen and use it as toppings.
Larson finds another elimination. Larson's getting close. D-Gen is only 10 points behind. That's 5 eliminations and definitely placement points. 6th place is still up for grabs for a couple of these teams here. But let's see it. OMGB2 just 10 points away, and 5 Elims is up in 7th. He is right behind the 6th place team, and he's still up. He's still pushing it. It's going to come down to everything. Who Fishy in the
Tyron is getting into my system.
Oh, that's 7 and 6 places fighting.
Friend request from Slide something.
Perhaps he wants to join the stream. I like accepting the epic invites and letting them come in the lobbies. They also stick in the stream quite a bit longer then. Oh, what a play.
Jackson are one of the few duos up too. 8 Elims for them right now. They can realistically fight for the win here. Just because you have high ground.
5 teams, 7 players.
Not just yet. We saw how much damage was put in on these other teams here. 7 players remain. Just a couple duos in full.
Oh.
Oh.
Down he goes. 130 and 5th. That's over. Who
5 people left. Oh.
In the side here, the dagger to the heart for some as he eliminates players. Back to
On his solo.
their rounds, their opportunities. But look at this high ground. D-Gen and Pledge looking to come back here.
Both teams right now.
Look at him gonna be sandwiched. Big no solo.
8th place and 11th. They have to get the top 6.
One of the solos is still the first place guy. Yeah, that team is crazy. 182 points. Oh, he just went down.
But he has 1 minute to be able to keep living in this fight. Can he grab something from the storm? They're distracted. They're looking for it. How much time do they have? It's builds. It's going to be huge. Madonna, he's looking for the spray. It comes down to this 2v2. No land to touch either. It's all about these guys and their builds.
Oh my god.
Look at Jackson's heals. He has a chance for the heal.
Why though?
Have to swim at some point. These guys are out of mats. They're about to start drowning. Pledge, D-Gen, moving forward. Lucky number 7.
I'm so fucking tired, bro.
It's all about timing now. Pledge did not get heals from that. Yes, they got material, but if Jackson dips back and he managed to stay low-key, there it is. He's gone. He slid out to the side, so that's the opportunity open. Dowd is the only one. He climbs up. 86 is punishment. Pledge is waiting here. He needs to finish this. If he gives away the siphon, it's going to be all over. Dowd is looking, and down he goes. The zone will do the rest. It's over. Let's see it. We already know Jackson's waiting, healing in the distance.
He has the possibility. Jackson's going for it, but he's timing out that siphon. Calming through. Jackson has 1 more flopper. Is the siphon in for D-Gen? Almost. Is it time? It's over. Whoa. It's Jackson who gets the win and goes to finals.
Oh my goodness.
By a matter of just seconds. It's clutch shots. It's the heel off.
There we go.
See that happen.
Now that's how it's supposed to look when the match ends.
Oh my goodness gracious. If you pass 20, you don't want to see 3:30 in the morning. You don't.
And it came down to this. An impossible zone. A chance to call things finals. A place like that.
Crazy, man. That's just crazy.
Congratulations as you get to to go to finals. Jackson makes his appearance. He's been a part of the scene for a long time. Another one of those young grinders, and now Dada, that first shot to get up there as well. What a big day.
Yeah, eliminations though from the side of Pledge and Degen. Who knows, maybe some things added up just enough, especially in those last moments in the storm. Monster, what a day.
It was definitely crazy, and we will leave it to Kelly, though, to give us the points because we know some teams were extremely close.
What a great cast that was. Can we get some shout outs to our casters there from Shio and MDF? But with that game, I mean, let's just break it down real quick. In the early game, so many teams on that bubble going down. Then the mid game, the zone, cursed by Shio, goes into the middle of the lake. And then towards the end there, so many height steals, a 2v2, down to 1v1, down to a heal off. That was pretty much everything you could see in a Fortnite match.
Yeah, a lot of teams trying to scrape together the last few points, get into that top 6, or possibly clutch up a victory royale. Now, one team that was also trying to get as many points as they possibly could, it's Cease and Day. We saw them alive in the end game. Cease also in the mid game with those 2 armor walls that he placed down very defensively to keep his run alive. But look at this. The situation that they're in this 7th zone, bandages, no shield, and they're still going at it, trying their hardest to secure that top 6.
Yeah, and look at the amount of points they're just scraping through right here. One of them even fell into the box as Cease kind of fell down. Day knew almost immediately, I cannot get this revive. I cannot make it happen. I got to keep going. Even though he did go down shortly after, those points at this close of a game are valuable.
Obviously, Jackson and Dada not going to have to worry about their points, though, because they were grabbing Elim after Elim there. But with the VR, none of that matters anymore.
Oh, absolutely. Incredible performance. I mean, we tuned in with them. They had like 7 eliminations. At the end here, you could see 8 total. This is before the pledge one comes in, so 9 at the end of it. But yeah, they just had more heals. That one flopper, the slurpfish as well, and then the Medimus. Degen tried to play it, but unfortunately, Jackson, as you can see here, had just 50 more health than Degen. But man, what a day for Degen and Pledge. Going for high ground multiple times. Honestly, they're looking pretty good coming into the next day.
Yeah, honestly, for them, it's a little bit of a nightmare. They do have to go again tomorrow. But man, if you take a look at that last replay, the loadout, he had 1 Stinger SMG in his inventory. That just makes me believe he was scrapping around. He was scavenging for everything that he could find to make that heal off possible. But that is really thinking outside of the box.
Dada and Jackson going to be one of the 6 teams that grab that VR and make their way into the finals. Let's head on over to Mini Miner to remind ourselves of the other 5.
Thank you so much, Kelly. We had some crazy scenes today. Of course, 6 victories, 6 more teams making their way into the finals. And here we have all of them on the screen. Shio, Naves, and Aaron winning the first game, actually making their way to finals for the very first time for this duo as well. So congratulations to both of them.
Absolutely maximum control from them overall. We saw Blake and Vert too, kind of the low ground dominators, high ground in the quals as well here and there. If we just saw Monster 100% once they were in that position, they were going to win the game.
Yeah, definitely. But you know what? My favorite win, I'm just going to say it, is Jackson and Chubbs, and of course Blake and Vert, because they're my picks. I want to give that the shout out. But Rhythm in 20, just an excellent job. Quan Tab G come up right behind them. I mean, I'm so happy that we got to watch these games because they were excellent.
Yeah, Dom and Tragics too, one of the most cerebral wins that we look at in the day. Game number 3, just amazing to watch overall. Let everyone else kind of do that fight. It was a long night for us here, and it was amazing as well. Semifinal 2, I felt like I watched 12 games of it.
I can tell you right now, we watched 6 games, and you really made that last one worthwhile for these players, making it go all the way west over that water. And we also saw that island zone. So today was definitely a rough day for these players, which is probably why you're feeling, man, it felt like 12 games, but the action was all there. And now, after today, we only have 12 more teams that can fit into the finals.
Honestly, though, we don't really know who is going to be in our top 6 because we saw OMG's team, we saw Shoney's team, all within that bubble. So let's pull it up right now. Which 6 teams will be joining the 6 teams that grab those VRs? And there we have it, everyone. Of course, Kaz and Fishy just dominating the low ground there. AV, Silver, and Gold in 2nd place. Ritual and TK in 3rd. We have Cease and Day going to be in 4th place. Shoney and OMG, they were so close, jumping up 7 placements into 5th place, and then Costa and Zeus holding strong in 6th. But there is only a 3-point difference between 6th and 7th place, Jacob.
I'm going to say it really showed how close the lobby actually was. But for Cease and Day, we kept talking about the potential, the potential, the potential. But when was that potential going to be reached? But today was the day for them. Luckily, they get to take tomorrow off. They get to go ahead and practice the rest of the week. And honestly, a couple of weeks now because that finals is a little bit away. But for them, that's going to be much needed.
Absolutely. I feel like for Costa and Zeus as well specifically, just an awesome, completion to form for finals. They're in spots with power all the time, taking on top teams, being relatively new to everything, and doing it with such style. Especially coming to 6, I think this entire day of semifinal 2, they'll be the top teams to look at in the finals.
But how stylish were our predictions? Well, let's remind everyone who we went with. And since my prediction didn't do very well, I'm going to let Minnie start with this one.
Well, mine didn't do much better, unfortunately. It's D-Roller and Knifey. Unfortunately, for me and Vivid, it didn't quite work out for us. I'm landing at the center of the map. You would have expected to have a little bit of better time with Surge. Didn't quite happen, though.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, they were going to be uncontested today, as you mentioned, but I think maybe that helped them out yesterday when they were contested. Maybe got some early tags off of the teams that were very close to them. But then Jacob had the read, though. Another team that ended up being uncontested today, Blake and Vert, no feat for them. They knocked it out of the park.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to my boys Bane and Biscuit. They're kind of helping me catch my groove along the way. But honestly, Monster, I saw them pick it. I saw you pick it. I took all my notes. I gathered it up, and that was the first name that popped out.
And you know what? They performed very well. You could tell today they were just playing very, very well. The fact that they almost had game number 1, that second place, was crazy. To keep up that momentum and pull a second place win when they had, honestly, the odds working against them. But then the zone started just hitting. I mean, you have to win those. Like, you have to.
Listen, is it about our predictions or the leaderboard that we watched along the whole day? Because every single one of these guys, mistake me if I'm wrong, were top 6 at one point.
Yeah.
I think that friendship is what matters. I also, mine didn't go through. So at the same time,
That was funny.
I mean, that was just the narrative for today. Of course, we have one more day to go, everyone. Tomorrow is the final chance. We're going to have 12 new teams coming in and 12 more winners making their way to the finals. Who will it be? Well, you're going to have to watch tomorrow to find out.
Well, that's for NA East.
That was NA East.
Thank you so much for the follows. Thank you so much for the likes. This is Clint Show, and I'm out. See you on NA West.
Thank you, everybody. This is Are You Viral? YouTube, it's Are You Viral _. Thank you very much for watching. If you did watch, remember to subscribe and also follow on Twitch. Thank you very much for, I think we've got 3 new followers. Maybe it's 4. Thank you very much, guys. I do appreciate all of you. Remember to turn on your post notifications so you don't miss out on the future content. So we'll probably be moving over to NA West now. I'm not exactly sure how long it takes before they start. It might be at 4 o'clock, but we'll check that out soon. Thank you very much, everybody. Remember to smash that like buttons on YouTube and click that follow button on Twitch. That's Are You Viral? I'm out.